I'm on the stream, by the way, but I've got the tab muted so that it doesn't
I've
echo.
clicked go live. Let's see if this works.
Ho, ho, ho. Oh, oh,
Oh, is it working?
I believe you're live. It's
All right.
live.
Hello,
I've got it
stream.
on mute, obviously.
Well, have you got it on mute? You say, Adam.
Hello, everyone. I've got it on. I've got the YouTube stream on mute so that obviously it doesn't echo. But yeah, people can hear us.
Wait, it
God
wouldn't.
damn, this is
Oh,
weird.
then it wouldn't echo for you. Yeah, right. This is where we're at currently. I guess I'll call them Twitch chat, even though it's YouTube.
Yo, chat, chat.
Yeah, we don't have a live feed currently. It's going live on the half hour. Yeah, first I'll test this. All right, chat. I'll need you to tell me how this volume is.
Just go for
Yeah,
it.
how do we sound
I'm
relative to
telling
the
you
stream as
to never
well?
give up.
Yeah, I've turned on
There's always something
the dummy
better
volume.
coming, and never quit, and just enjoy it because it's on your sport.
Can you guys hear it in the chat? Is it all good? Probably a bit quiet right
Are you
now, but
sounding?
My biggest mentor was my first coach in France, Camille Deschet. He recruited me when I was
a little
in
higher.
school. I was actually throwing javelin, and he said, "You should come to practice. You can throw the
It's quiet.
javelin
It's
very
quiet.
well."
All right, I'll turn it up when the time comes. I'll turn it up when the time comes. But I'll have you know, on my end, I don't know how to play with stream settings too well. It is absolutely air blastingly loud. So I'll just be getting my ears destroyed while everyone can hear the footsteps of the runners because we don't actually get commentary from the stream.
I've got the benefit because I don't need to. I'm not live streaming it on the YouTube, so I can fiddle about with the settings as I want. No issues.
Who's on first? It's the women's long sprints. Yeah, video we can barely hear. I thought you're Dutch for some reason. Wait, that implies this is their first time watching a video and hearing my voice when all my videos are just my voice.
To be fair, I am half Dutch, so that's one thing.
Right, hold on. Maybe I'll put a little schedule in the description.
Oh, good shout. Good shout.
Hey, you feed the chat. What's the race of the night tonight, Adam? What do you think? No
Yeah, I'm
bias.
looking at that now. No, okay.
No
Oh, I
bias,
think
but
it's
it's the men's long
5,000
distance.
meter.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
I think
wow.
I mean, unironically, I think the men's long distance is up there. Because Grant Fish is such a star now. But realistically, men's 100, you can't. That is the event.
Someone asked who the other guy talking is. That's Adam Jansen. He's got his own YouTube channel. He's linked in the description, or he's added in the description. I'm pretty sure you can click it and it'll go to his page.
Yep, distance running based, not like Jumpman just doing athletic stuff. There we go.
Oh crap, yo!
Oh, we're on. We're on.
We have tracked.
I'm Grant Fisher. I run 5.
Oh, so one thing I'm going to be paying a lot of
Okay,
attention
still
to
the
is how
Wordle,
busy
yeah.
the stadium is.
Yes.
Because it's looking, I mean, I know the event hasn't started yet, but like that's very empty. Let's see. Hopefully it fills up.
Yeah, it will be interesting because only last week. I mean, I mentioned in my last video that they had the high school champs, and especially for the hundreds, it was just packed to the brim, which is crazy for high
In
school
the same
athletics.
stadium, wasn't it?
If any of you guys
Is that
like Mario Kart Tazzing, go to Kieran's channel in the chat. Whoa, what's happening here right now? Oh,
the high school champs were in the they were in the Kingston Stadium, weren't they?
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Damn. So
Oh damn, someone didn't
I
watch
don't
the
know.
last
Hopefully
video.
they
But
haven't opened the gates yet.
you got something to tell me?
Nah, I was just double checking.
Uh,
Of course, I watched the last video. I watched it twice.
What do you think of the new track colors, Adam? That's what I'll say.
I like how they're leaning into it with Jamaica, like because I mean I'm not a huge fan of the fact that it's very American centric. I mean, again, no bias here whatsoever, but I would have loved to see it in London. I like that they've done the national colours there. I think Jamaica will probably be the best location. At least if there's a crowd.
Yeah, that's true. I reckon, I don't know, being Australia is our like rival nation, I guess. Objectively, I reckon the gold and green colours aren't too appealing to me. But I reckon the national flag on the track is
Yeah.
so awesome.
That's what I agree. It doesn't look nice in that sense, but it's just cool, isn't it?
Could UK athletics
UK
afford?
athletics
Yeah,
afford
you
Yeah,
get that one.
could not. They rejected it. I think Grand Slam did approach them like last year, and UK Athletics, well, apparently they're not as broke as they thought they were, but they're still broke, and they didn't want to invest in Grand Slam track either way.
That's crazy, man, to hear that they're broke. Basically.
Apparently, well, they said they're in a good cash position, but so like they're hoping to break even in like 2026 or something like that. Um, it was funny. I was reading an article recently, and it was like, we thought we were gonna lose 600K this year, but we're actually only losing 400K, so we're in a good position.
Holy smokes, dude.
Honestly, and
Yeah, we're going to be showing. Well, it depends what you define as the whole stream. We'll be showing all the races, but we don't get any of the analysts commentating. From what I know. From what I know.
I think we do still get the athlete interviews though, which is quite nice. From what I saw on like the schedule.
I like this comment. Do you think it's weird to have a track league meet with a baseball name? Honestly, I think stealing names from other sports that are already popular or stuff that's catchy is a good move. You know, it just rolls off the tongue.
Well, wasn't it supposed to be like a tennis thing as well? Like everyone was saying it's like a tennis style slam.
Oh yeah, true. Yeah, no, it's more tennis, isn't it?
Because yeah, I think the tennis is like it's literally the Grand Slam. But to be fair, if it's baseball league, then you know, given how much they're trying to appeal to America, that might kind of be a bit more.
Yeah, that's tennis, not baseball. Dude's getting roasted.
Yeah.
Did we get all the
I don't watch
replays?
baseball, man.
Honestly, again, we're not entirely sure. You know, we can't say until like this. Today's the test. We'll see what we get, and then we'll be able to tell you definitely what we get tomorrow and the day after.
Unless NBC decides to nuke everything.
Someone asked, "Did I ever compete?" I still compete, not at a good level, and when I'm healthy. But so does Adam. Adam competes too. Obviously, distance runner. I'm a jumper, hence Jumpman.
Cool, yeah, trying to go sub 15. I don't know if it's gonna happen, man, but I've got a few weeks. We'll see.
What time is the men's 100? So
Men's 100 is the last event.
yeah, it'll be the last event.
So what? That will be 2 hours at least, I think.
Yeah. So if you're here for the men's sprints, you got 2 hours to wait through the rest of this garbage, as they say, fluff. This is long distance. I'm putting the schedule bare bones in the description. So
GMT time will be 11:30, I believe. Is that when the first race is starting in 6 minutes?
nah, 12 minutes. They start. Wait, is it
12
12
minutes.
No, it's on 42. It's on the 42, not like not half an hour or anything.
Okay, 11:42. Oh yeah, okay, which one you meant? Damn, we got 350 people on the stream.
Really? Holy smokes!
Ah, no, that's mental.
Imagine filling out a little auditorium of people. That's where we are right now, Adam. We've made it.
Crazy work.
We're
I
live
am indeed from
streamers.
the UK.
All right. What order the events are in is updated in the description. You might need to refresh your page. No times because I'm a caveman. You know, you can't hear for now because this is just a loop playing. It's just a loop of noise that I had to listen to for 2 hours yesterday while setting this all up.
Alex Yates saying more people in the chat than in the stadium.
Yeah. No, we can't, bro. We can't be saying that yet.
Damn.
You know, we're backing GST.
Yeah.
This is it. This
To be
is
fair,
saving
yeah,
the
we
sport.
can't be shitting on them after they've done all this.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, we'll give them a chance. We'll give them a chance. The first race is still in 20 minutes. That's 20 minutes of time for people to fit in.
I think Seville will win the 100.
Yeah, £31 is not happening, honestly. I think the USA got it easy because $6.99 on Peacock is pretty good, but like, also, $6.99 even.
Oh, is it?
I'm really glad they did.
I want to try to say his name live to him, Mr. Gongalong. I know. I think you're right about Seville. I mean, looking at everyone's time so far in 2025, obviously not everyone has run, but no one's looking in particularly great shape. And Seville did run sub 10 every single race last year. So I mean, if anyone's going to be in shape, it should probably be him. Actually, he did run a 2050 in the 200. He's not a 200 guy, so.
He's also in home territory. I mean, because he ran his PB in the Kingston stadium.
Oh, someone asked, how do we have rights to the stream? Someone reached out to me with a really dodgy looking email and I accepted, if I'm honest. That's what happened. And now we're here. And that's why it took so long to confirm it and announce it and be sure that it was happening. Oh, so Blake ran
Do
a
we have
10.06.
any thoughts?
Oh no, you go, Adam. I need to look this up now.
Yeah. See, the question, do we have any thoughts on why some of the big Jamaican stars like Sharika didn't co-sign with GST? You got any particular thoughts on that?
Ooh.
Because, I mean, I don't know if, like, kind of obviously speculating here, but I feel like a lot of athletes are very on the fence about it just because you don't really know what's going to happen. I mean, like, you saw Noah Lyles kind of being he had a lot of cold feet going into this and about GST in general. So I think some people are a bit more cautious with their approach. And I think as well, like, a big reason why a lot of athletes have signed is basically for the money. And if you're already a massive star, then that's maybe a bit less of an incentive for you because you've actually got money.
I think it's probably a being in shape thing because she's just come off last season being like injury galore, and then you're injured galore.
Oh,
you
yeah,
don't want to
yeah.
you don't want to start your season hot. You want to like ease into it because she's running a 300, I think. Yeah, she's running a 300
really?
Miramar against Julian Alfred and some other people. That's for sure.
But to be fair though, what point was she like actually badly injured? Because they would have been doing the racer signings like a while ago. I think they announced Sydney like, last year or something.
Well, she opted not to run the. Well, she didn't run the 1 or 2 last year. Sharika Jackson. If that's who we're solely talking
so
about.
she was injured the entire season.
She did some running. I remember in a race in Africa, I think she pulled up with a hamstring injury. Then she ran again, nothing particularly fast. And then at the Olympics, she pulled out of her races.
Yeah. I mean, all the Jamaicans pretty much pulled out of the races, right?
Yeah,
These are the big
Shelly-Ann
names.
pulled out in the end. But rumours are Shelly-Ann's running again this season at age... I'm going to have to confirm this, but nearing 40. And she still looks so young, I got to say it.
I think the women's 200, I was watching the replay for the Olympic final. They were saying it was the first time a Jamaican hasn't been in the final since like 1970s or something stupid.
Damn, that's crazy. What is their population? Like 2 million people as well. You gotta think about that.
Yeah, it's interesting. I mean, it's the same. You just have these little communities that just seem to pump out the most amazing talent in certain sports. Like, obviously, this isn't an athletics example, but Dagestan, Russia, has produced like so many wrestling champions and MMA champions, and it's like tiny population. They just
I think it's where
some places just
they concentrate on one sport, and then obviously they're genetically made for it. Like if you look at Jamaicans, long limbs, shorter torsos, they're a bit kind of built for it. While Russians, wrestlers it's the white man bodies in it, shorter limbs, better for grappling, shorter livers. Someone asked an interesting question, or they made an interesting statement. No one knows what's going on with Elaine. She's training in America with a sprint group, and I know that. I don't think she's training in Jamaica anymore. Ooh, we got some more footage.
Oh yeah, I see. Getting a nice stadium shot.
I'm playing with the volume a little.
Oh, stadium's still looking pretty barren though. I mean, a little bit more people, but because I was hoping that I remember I checked the ticket sales before, and they were looking pretty bad in the grandstand slam, like grandstand seating. But I kind of assumed that the bleachers would be much more because it was like $10 or something really cheap.
Yeah, hold on, I'm playing with the volume right now. Yeah, but it was $10 for the main section, as you're saying, and then expensive in the other section that wasn't filled out.
Yeah, but the bleachers aren't actually filled out at all, so the cheap options aren't filled out.
Yeah, I mean we'll see.
Honestly, the grandstand is the most.
I thought.
Yeah, I really hope so.
Why don't they bus people in all for the stands?
I think they have. Like that was the plan. They were going to do shuttle buses.
All right, this is kind of just fill it. Oh no!
Apparently, there's a bit of an echo.
What have I done? Have I done something wrong? A bit of an echo by the commentators.
Is it both of us echoing or just one of us?
I think you meant the commentators on the.
Hopefully.
Steve Cram's
echoing. Okay.
Why is he echoing?
Yeah,
that doesn't make sense. I've only got one audio. Oh, look, they fast forward in time. Were there a little more people? Just the audio from the track, that sounds bad.
Wonderful, brilliant, former Olympians, US distance star, Harry Tollefson, and Canadian...
Steve Cram sounds alright on my stream, but they're playing as well with the color settings.
Yeah, right. I think I'll leave it on low for now because it's just the English commentators talking. But
Big up the English.
I'll be playing with the audio as it goes. The track looks good, to be fair. It does. You know what? Actually, looking at it now, it looks so nice from this view.
I like the yellow accents as well. They've done that nicely with especially with the staggered starts.
It's the relay zones.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, so they've actually made it functional. It's not just all for show.
Nice.
21 mile per hour wind, it said.
Oh, interesting.
It's also,
oh yeah, surely the distance stuff's going to be tactical then. Heat and wind, like come on.
Oh, true. Distance in the heat.
Everyone's talking. To be fair, Fisher was interviewed and he was saying it's not going to be a problem because it's hot, but it's not roasting. And like Ethiopia, like Kwemo is going to be fine. He's in Kenya. Gabriel's going to be fine. He's in Ethiopia. But windy, definitely.
The 1500 is going to be something. I don't think the 1500's on today.
Nah, it's on tomorrow, I believe.
8 minutes to the first race. All right.
I'm so excited for the 15. I'm going to be screaming.
That's it, bro. For you, it's sitting through races until the 15's on.
Honestly, I'm just here for the 15.
I'm here for the high jump. Oh, wait a second.
Haha, sucks to be a field fan. Whee.
It really does. When there's some filler time, like, I've actually got an idea how they could introduce the high jump and the high jump solely. I was dreaming about it last night. Genuinely dreaming. That's what my night was filled with.
Tell me. Oh.
No, we're getting the woman coming out. Oh, dude, this is going to be good.
It's good. Production quality is looking good, to be fair, with the camera angles.
I do reckon it's actually a bit... There's more 400-meter runners in this field. So, I don't think it's a bit unfortunate the first race wasn't see as a 400, because I really want to see... Like, I mean, in theory, right, Gabby should kind of clean this up if she's in form. Do you remember what she...
Yeah.
Has she run earlier this season?
Let me double check. I mean, even if she like, unless she's in terrible form, you would expect her to win this. Like form, it's kind of she's a level ahead.
Yeah.
She's got a good relay leg, and that's what it was. In
Oh, yeah,
March,
that's right.
but
She ran some
hasn't
good
done it
relay
in the
legs.
race.
Oh, hold up. I gotta start the poll.
Yeah, I was. So I mean, are we going to try and pretend that Gabby Thomas ain't winning this?
Nah, we'll put it. Ask a question, create a poll. Okay. All right. So I'll put in Thomas. So who are the main favorites for this? So realistic in the 200. Thomas should be the top favorite. So we'll have her in the poll. We can only put 4 people in the poll, unfortunately.
All right. Should I just do it by PVs? So 200.
I think we got to put NASA in there after her last week.
Yeah. I would Dina Asher Smith. Realistically, she is actually a good 200 runner.
Asher Smith. Yeah, 'cause she's a good 200 runner. Yeah, I can only add 4 options. That's so bum, bro. I want to put everyone in there because it's like rude to not include people, especially if you could win the race. I mean, Alexis Holmes, she ran at the World Champs last week.
If we're going by PBs, then Nikisha Price, Jamaican, 22.62 PB compared to 23.09 for Alexis Holmes.
So she's run 2 400s this year, 2 51 second 400s. Paulino ran a 23 in the 200. I'm not sure, like, although Paulino should really challenge for this whole title. I don't know if she's in shape, like a 23 second 200. That's a bit.
Oh yeah, and like
Dean Asher Smith ran 52 in the 400. Okay, so Holmes last week came second at the World Indoors. So do we put Holmes or Paulino in the chat for people to choose on?
Should we do a poll on who goes on the poll?
A poll on who goes on the poll.
We need to do it quickly, to be fair. I think they're setting it up now.
Okay, we'll do other.
If you can't think...
Alright. We've got the poll, guys. You get to choose. We've got a score up the top right. So, Adam, who are we picking? While the chat decides and votes on the poll. They've got an 85% vote for Thomas. Alright, we can't pick Thomas. I reckon that's the rules.
Fuck, okay. Dina Asher Smith then. I've got to rep the Brits.
Alright, Dina Asher Smith.
That's who I'm going with. And she's like, I think she's the only other dedicated 200 runner? Or am I wrong on that?
Yeah, no, the rest are 400 runners.
Interesting, yeah. And that's, like, we were kind of discussing earlier, like, why has Dina Asher Smith gone for the 200, 400?
Yeah. Well, actually, I was looking further into her races, and...
Also, we need to turn up the volume, probably. Just quickly.
There is no volume right now.
Oh, it's all muted, yeah.
Yeah, they've just muted themselves. Maybe that's how it'd be from now on. No.
No, I've got audio now.
I mean, to be fair, I don't want their commentators talking over us. We're the primo information.
Just like once they're doing like setting and stuff, like actually getting on the blocks, then we'll turn it up just to hear the crowd.
Yep.
We'll just experiment a little bit. Well, yeah, as you were saying, you're looking at Dina Asher Smith's.
No, you're right. No, she's a 100, 200 actually. I was watching an interview of her and she's talking about how she's just ready to throw it all out there in the 400 and give it her best.
That's athlete code for I probably won't do very well, but let's just do it. Yeah. Which, I respect.
Yeah, no, we'll go Dina Asher Smith. Alright, the chat's got Thomas locked in with 74%.
I mean, I'm surprised it's not like 90% to be honest. Especially given Thomas's popularity.
That's true, man. They really tout her as like the savior track. I'm going to move this to the left side here. There we go.
I mean, Thomas is also one of like she's one of those, I mean, because didn't she appear on like Vogue or one of these big magazines as well, like in the front cover?
Yeah. Yeah, she did. I mean...
Yeah, I mean...
They always want to push her too, because she went to Harvard. She's smart. I think she was finishing her degree while she still went pro as well. She's just a class act.
Right. Ooh, do you know what her degree was? It's probably like something like chemical engineering or something crazy.
Yeah, it might have been biomedicine, biochemistry.
Yeah.
Not a degree man myself.
Hey man, philosophy degree up here. Neurobiology, according to chat.
Neurobiology. God damn. Come on, guys, fix the lighting. I like to think that's targeted at us. Like,
Nah.
let me just get on the ground there and go fix the lights for you.
Nah, they keep flicking it like with the saturation.
They do. Yeah, they do.
Go on, Asher Smith. Because to be fair, like, as I said, she's more a 100, 200 runner, and specifically her 100 start is really good. So, like, you know.
Yeah, and you know what, actually? Those 100, 200 guys who tend to open up their season, even with a slower 400, it's like, it's kind of a showing that they're, I don't know, ready to pop off in their event. I don't know, it always happens, you know, you see, like, Tobogo opens with 400s, and then when he first opened his 200, and like last year he opened with a 19.7. John Mankey, turn on the stadium lights. Oh man, I'm working on it.
Is Tobogo a bit of a different case though, because he's actually a good 400 runner as well. He doesn't just run them for fun.
You know, perhaps so. I don't have the deep data on this, but it's just just.
I mean, we've got a fake Gout account in the chat. We've got an account called Gout. Yeah. Oh, on your marks.
I'd like to think if it was the real Gout, he'd use a better photo of himself.
Nah. Keeping it low key.
In this early race,
Everyone's
spoke to
lining
Dina
up.
yesterday, and Dina actually said that she's really focused on that 4. I'm very confident about her too. So that 400 is going to be.
Oh, I'm getting nervous for this now. I like that we picked against Gabby. This makes it more exciting.
Exactly, that's what I mean. You don't want to pick the favourite.
Yeah.
Safely away first time. Asher Smith got out pretty good.
Oh, Asher
That's
Smith.
just got left a little bit. You'd expect that by the two sprinters on the outside, but it's Gabby Thomas around the top end who's just got half a metre on Dina Asher Smith. And Thomas slowly starts to go away from this point.
Oh, Thomas seems to be pulling away. What is this camera angle though?
Yeah, what are these camera angles, dude?
Hey. Oh no. What is this camera angle? Oh dear.
Taking second place, and that
Have they had issues with the cameras? Like,
really significant.
What was that?
We're told we're getting a different feed. They had a camera on side by the track. Flow track moment.
That's pretty good. But Paulino
are we getting a flow track stream? Is this what it is?
No.
This must be what it is.
12 points for winning. You get 8 points for second.
Because surely not.
When we cast this forward to the
No, surely this wouldn't be the NBC feed. I think we can.
No, we must be getting a. Oh, come on.
Paulino in second, Asher Smith in third, 22.62.
Expect that, man.
Paulino in second. That's crazy. Camera angle is perfect. This one's different. Okay. We got punked with the camera angles. Furt and Joy is right.
What happened, sorry?
Oh, dude.
We've been given a crappy camera angle.
Yeah, I do think so.
Oh, come on. What's the point?
Track and field production moment.
Hey, to be fair, this is what would have happened if FlowTrack had signed on.
This will be FlowTrack's Diamond League coverage. I like this comment. They haven't unlocked the second camera angle for that. You need 10% stadium capacity. Check the email and kick in, bro.
Hey, if they want to play this game, maybe we'll start.
Praying Paulino is bro. Someone's a Paulino header. Okay. Well, first hold on. I need to change it. I need to change the score. That was dumb for us. Next time we get first pick, they can get sick. They can get scraps next race.
Yeah. We'll alternate it then. How about that?
Dina should not be losing to Paulino in a 200. That is very true, but I don't know. It's kind of the thing with the meet in April. You know, this is what you're gonna get. You're gonna get performances all over the place. Plus, let's be real. Paulino running like a low 48 in the 400. What's that got to be translated to a 2, like in top form? It's just that she's not going to run a 200 in top form.
My computer's low-key just frozen. I don't know what's going on. I might need to hop off for 5 minutes.
Ah, well, you know what? Whatever you're seeing on computer now is probably what we're seeing anyway.
No, as in, like, my entire computer's frozen. I don't think it's the broadcast.
Yeah, same broadcast, bro. Like,
Like-
the computer's frozen, the same broadcast.
Damn, Flowtrack have taken my computer.
Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough.
Right.
I'll see you in a couple
I'll
minutes.
hop off. See you in a couple minutes. Signing out.
On the inaugural day of the inaugural slam is finished. I am not surprised it's Gabby Thomas in the 200, but am I more
So this would be interesting. I wonder if the broadcast was like this just for, or if it was a bug for the first race, if it's really going to be like this.
race for her. And what I loved was how excited she was when she crossed the line. This race matters to her. And I felt like she brought the energy and the excitement we wanted to see in the first race. But let's
Quincy Q. Wilson.
who I believe
Man, I don't know about all these
give her points here and potentially
people coming up.
whole slam in
No, that's not the real Quincy. TRP got those angles as well. You've been scammed by a black market NBC dealer.
turn really puts it down and establishes authority of this race, getting by Dina Asher-Smith and then controlling the whole field.
Yeah, that's where you could tell that she was going to win it because the strength of her race is really the finish. And Dina Asher-Smith, who is a
Yeah, it's a voice crack because it's early, you know. It's not 12 o'clock yet. I don't have my real man's voice on.
knew Gabby was going to go away with it. What surprised us was
Funny how anticlimactic it's starting. It is a bit cracked out there. What's going on with the crowd? I'm gonna be honest, man. I'm gonna be honest.
at that point, but the strength of the 400 really helped her to finish strong. She's going to leave here with 8 points, which is going to be a big deal.
Yeah, of course, Peacock angles would be good, and whoever else is streaming it, that'd be, you know, the primo. You know, you pay for the premium, I suppose.
Even a more premium bonus over that. There's a 4-point gap between first and second. There's Gabby Thomas, Dina Asher-Smith in sixth.
To get the link on April 1st. I mean, this would be an elaborate April 1st prank.
Runner with one. Should we just mention in number 7?
I'm glad someone mentioned the emojis. Already got them here.
How is she not? She's a Jamaican and a Longhorn.
Hey, runner boy, how's it going, dog?
How's she not your favorite?
I've got the runner boy emojis on screen.
You know who also surprised me too was Salwa Eid Nasser. I thought she would run better here. She had a great meet about a week ago in the
This is everyone watching on the official broadcast compared to us.
because now she finished 4th. She's gonna have to hope to win, and then Mary Leedy finishes 3rd or 4th, which I don't think will happen. So the people who I thought would really factor here: Salwa Eid Nasser, Mary Leedy Paulino. Mary Leedy Paulino was the one who really factored in.
And here's what becomes different in Grand Slam. You got to go home now and you got to either sleep on the lead or figure out what I got to do in that 400, which is unique because you know it's not over.
Exactly.
Do we know when the athletes arrive in Jamaica? Some can blame the loss on jet lag.
Back on Sunday to finish off their slam, but Gabby looks good, so I know she's gonna be happy. And so
Yeah, the women's 200 went. Gabby Thomas won. It looked convincingly from my bird's eye view from about 300 meters away.
Too many things with the guys. I just want to know the wind is blowing out here. Okay, how do I get my mind right? Because it's a fact.
Yeah, it was convincingly. She won by 0.3.
Bad day.
yeah, the wind is a big factor in the 400, especially when it's in your face in the first part of the race because that's where you.
Yo, it's actually true. We can't even tell who's who.
If I'm gonna have a headwind, give it to me on the home stretch because I'm already fatigued and what I have left is what I have left. But sometimes it's really tricky in the first 400, in the first part of the race to set it up. But these men are out here having fun. I forgot to tell you guys.
Well, that's an interesting question. How far, considering how fast Fred is in the 100 and 400, why do you think his 200 time is so lackluster?
And they were talking
I think looking at his results, he's run a lot less 200s. So if you've got less opportunity, you're not going to get the same amount of times. And I mean,
excited to see that kind of friendly ride.
yeah, I know. When he's focused on the 100, he hasn't run 200s. When he's focused on the 400, he hasn't run 200s. It's just a race he hasn't run enough to get those good times under his belt.
Sprint. We go to the long distance first race for the women. That'll be the 3,000. We did see a great look at Vernon Norwood, who is one of the most delightful men in the world, and B, and I know it's probably always bothered.
You haven't memorized the lane assignments. No, I have not. I have not. Wait, actually, do they?
Of the relay wins.
I made a little cheat sheet for myself with some info, but I didn't write down lane assignments. That's probably a bit of a blunder. I'll be honest.
In Paris, and he's just an invaluable guy.
Yeah, he's
to
a
this
great
country.
leader. He's a great leader on Team
It's interesting that Fred wouldn't like running the bend in the 200,
together. The
considering,
about him
you know,
that he really
originally a 400 guy, right?
around him, and I know that that makes a big difference, especially
Oh, look at this. Different camera angle, boys.
upstarts coming in the 4x4.
Different camera angle. Bro, hopefully, please. Please, let us follow it a little.
Missoula Samakonga is in this race, third in Paris. Matthew Hudson Smith, Olympic Games silver, and many thought was going to be the one who's going to win the race.
I mean, up until about 5 meters out or less, it looked like.
Nah, back to the old angle. Oh, I'll remove the emoji. Get out of here.
I know that he's going to be thinking about that one for a very long time. But you mentioned it.
All right, let's start a new poll.
Silver medalist, bronze medalist, and Jareen
How do I close the last one? End poll. There we go.
in that 400-meter final in Paris. And Jareen, for me, just like Gabby, he's
All right, start a poll.
a great chance of success at 200 meters. And so he's going to
Okay, so obviously for this poll, we're gonna have Matthew Hudson Smith. You know, last year he was crazy, second at the Olympics, ran how many sub 44s? You know, and yeah, running the 400 especially, his main race. He's not actually a great 200 runner, but that's alright. Samu Conga, I'm gonna put Samu Conga in there. He runs till death every race.
indoor gold medal. He's just in the best mentality that he could ever be.
Chris Bailey. Chris Bailey won the indoor champs, so he's in form. There's a lot of 400 guys in there who are in some questionable form right now. Jareem Richards being one of them, so I don't know if I have him. I guess, you know what? Vernon Norwood was at indoor champs from memory. Let me see.
So lane by lane on the outside, we have really chatted about the very, very talented young man from Botswana, Kevin Atshipi.
Right, there we go. We've got the poll in the chat. This will be an interesting one. I really think it's going to be a race between Bailey and Hudson Smith, if Hudson Smith is in form.
Chris Bailey in great form. Can he carry that indoor form to his first outdoor race here? Smith, he ran a relay leg last week and I thought
Unc Norwood for the win.
Swift. I've been able to find out how swift, but said it was quick. So
Matthew Hudson Smith.
now Samakonga, the first saw him at the Commonwealth Games.
Yeah, so Norwood is in some good form. He did run, he came last at the World Indoor Champs in the 400, but he ran a 20:38 last week in the 200. So,
Former world indoor champion, like Chris Bailey, but as I mentioned, great 200-meter pace.
alright, you guys have clearly got Hudson Smith. I'll go Chris Bailey. Adam gets no say in the matter.
Last year or two, really has been contending on
3 more races until we unlock camera 2.
knows how good Jamaica are in this event, but he is
You know, it's actually funny. I reckon it would have been better for them to give us some better camera angles, because instead the whole internet's getting to see the stadium.
at the Jamaican Championships.
Someone said it's windy. In the women's 200, the wind was only negative 0.2. So the wind's basically nothing. They're still playing with our lighting. Well, that's nice of them at least.
Bailey's in 7th, it's like Kevin Atshipi, Matt Hudson Smith likes to get a little bit
Alright.
quicker than he used
Oh,
to
camera
in
angles,
his career.
boys.
Matt
We got some
Hudson
drone
Smith
footage.
is running, but look out the outside. Kevin Atshipi started very,
No, it
very
wasn't.
quickly in lane eight.
It wasn't
Leading
negative
the shot
2.2. It
there.
was negative
Samakonga, who
0.2
will
wind.
finish strongly and always does. Trying to hang on to Hudson Smith, Chris Bailey with a little bit of work to do at this point, because Hudson Smith definitely leading with that slightly forward leading action.
Yeah,
of
look at
his.
Hudson
We're on
Smith,
the
man.
top
Big
there,
strides,
now
big
Chris
strong
Bailey
strides.
starts to get going. Samakonga will finish quickly. Watch for others on the inside. In lane 2, Barnes is going well.
We got to see the start. Not allowed to see the finish.
And it's the world indoor champion with Vernon Norwood finishing quickly as well. It's going to be Chris Bailey going to take this one by a couple of meters.
Chris
34,
Bailey.
34.
That is fast.
Just
44:34.
outside his all-time best. Well, in these conditions, that is a phenomenal run.
I'm in the poll. You guys can't change your votes now.
Probably thinking,
Bad luck, fellas.
I expecting to go that quick.
Nah, that's
That
rolling.
is swift.
He's obviously in shape. That indoor season obviously paid off. He came here, he's looking sharp. And the way he responded coming into the home stretch is what really surprised me. Matt, jumped on everybody early.
Damn, Hudson Smith fading again. To be fair, Hudson Smith runs a strong race all around and then fades a little, like no matter the condition he's in. Norwood in third, that's nice.
I think he's ready to establish that he's here. So what stood out to me is that Matt really got out, like I said before, but just as that replay started, you could see
So they don't have access to the home stretch camera. Clearly not, eh? McQueen is fading, McQueen is fading. No, you're right. You know what? Being harsh on Hudson Smith, a 44-6 season opener in, the start of April is phenomenal. Is this whole meet AI at this point?
I mean, Matt knows he's running well. That's a good opener, 44.65. Norwood with a 44.
Hudson Smith running times in April used to run during championships. That's really, really, really true. I mean, only last year did he break even 44.2 or 44.1.
He's obviously overcome that really well. And he did what he does. He finishes so well.
I mean, if your prediction was for Hudson to win with a 44.6, we just saw Chris Bailey run did he run a 44 indoors? He might have done it in the semis or something, but 100s are going to be shit with these angles. Brother, you're telling me. Alright, changing the score. 1-1. Will Adam ever return, 12 points. Dude, we actually get the point bloody analytics on the screen. Dude, you'd be in a good mood, winning World Indoors, coming to Grand Slam track where there's about a 10 times payout and getting the most points in the 400. Second free trial for the 100. Holy shit, the yacht race in the background. 45.1 indoors. Yeah, that's what he ran. That's what Bailey ran in the final.
So much credit. Chris Bailey, I had to talk to him yesterday, and he said that the championship, the indoor championship, made
Yeah, 44.08. Okay. I mean, someone asking who the Jamaican runners are. They're just... Some of them are Jamaican champs. They're all fast. They've got good PBs, but that's the difference between like an elite and elite. Because they've got these good PBs, but they haven't run it on the world stage or done it consistently. There were no heats. There are no heats. It's just final races. I liked what Flucht is saying. To be fair, this is the proper in-stadium experience. See them come by once a lap and terrible angles for the rest of the action. This is what it's like to be there, guys. We're here in Jamaica. And now we're on a helicopter. Watching the stream on CBC Spots Canada, free with. You can use VPN. Excuse me, then share the snacks. I'm eating gummy bears, guys. That's what's keeping me alive this morning. My athlete fuel. It's just misunderstanding how they contacted YouTubers and then they can show. Yeah, they weren't exactly clear, but honestly, to be able to stream this, like, I probably won't do the next one if it's going to be like this because I'd rather just watch it on my couch and be comfortable. But, I mean, this is a pretty good experience to be able to actually stream something. And, as someone said, it's like a stadium view. What time is it for you? It's 12 PM now, so it's lunchtime. But I basically just rolled out of bed to set up the stream. So, grab some gummy bears and I'm good. Why don't the drones hover as they run then? No clue, man. No clue. Where the hell is Adam? Oh, he's ringing me. Hello.
Baby.
Next race
Welcome back, my brother.
I don't know what happened. I think yeah, my computer literally just crashed. I saw the 400 though on stream. So Matthew Hudson Smith was it got upset.
Yep.
Big upset.
Did you see what the score is now? Because well, it wasn't really an upset, but Bailey won, so scores 1-1, brother.
Oh, for real, brother.
Yeah,
But still with the angles, still with the camera angles.
Hey.
Yeah.
when they were coming down the back straight, bro, we got drone footage.
Yeah, I did see that. They gave us 10 seconds of good footage.
I hope we get something for. I hope we get something for the distance running. You know, like I don't want to just be sat here watching them go around, not able to tell who's who.
I don't know. I don't see why they do it differently. If they're not going to show you the finish line for like 200 meters, I don't see them showing us the distance, the distance of any.
Yeah, but how many laps is a 3K?
7.5.
They got to show us something. 7.5 laps is sitting there. God, might as well just be there in person.
So, let me just get my stream looking up. Yeah, okay, good. I think yeah, TLP as well was saying like his streams have the exact same thing, and yeah, I think he said he was trying to work on getting better camera angles, but there's only so much they can do, obviously.
Oh, he's working on it. Okay, see, this is what I mean. You know,
Oh,
people doubt on
yeah.
TRP a little bit. This is for the people in the chat, but he does a lot of behind the scenes stuff, man. I can't really hate on him. He does a lot of work for us that we don't actually see. So you know, a bit of TRP love here.
I won't pretend I wasn't stream sniping a little bit, but people were also saying in his chat that apparently it's really like this is rush hour in Jamaica, so people are probably like stuck in traffic now. Like a few commenters were saying that they're stuck in traffic.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, I think it would be a questionable decision to make this just be the broadcast, because it's virtually impossible to commentate on this if like you can't really see the end.
No, I can't see jack shit.
Yeah, like I'm okay if they don't give us as crazy angles as
what's it?
NBC streams and stuff. But
You buy me a cinnamon bun.
They didn't have the Biscoff one.
Oh no, that's alright. I'll take, bro. This is awesome. Thank you. Thanks, Kate.
Love you.
Oh yeah, I didn't eat the cheese stick. I've been eating all the gummy bears instead. I don't know how to mute my mic, by the way, so we're just gonna have to sit
what
through
a
that.
fatty! What a fatty!
Man, this is what I'm eating this morning: cinnamon bun, gummy bears. Yeah, can we get a thanks, Kate, in the chat? I think she's watching in the other room.
Big up, Kate. All right, women's long distance. What are we saying first? Should we get the prediction poll in?
Yep. Okay. I'll start the poll.
Okay, I think you have to put Ngetic in, just double world record holder.
Oh, and Gittich. Yep.
Gabrus, you have to put in Taya as well. I mean, fastest PB, super experience. I think Gabrus Salama as well. I'm personally, I'm gonna go with Morgan on this one. Might be, I don't know, I might regret this pick specifically for the 3K.
Really?
Oh. So my logic behind that is that she's got a solid 3K PB, like kind of middle of the range. I think third fastest here from what I'm seeing. But what's key is that this is likely going to be a fairly tactical race. I suppose Tanaka's the only issue, because she would, push the pace to a suicide point. But my logic is that, yeah, if it's a tactical race, which given the conditions we're led to believe it would be, Morgan's got the fastest 1500 meter kick, and she, I mean, in Milrose, I believe she won by the 3K by beating Jess Hull and out kicking her. So that might be my wild card pick here. It's also fun to be contrarian, but Ngetic, Taya, I mean, so Ngetic obviously on paper the best strength, but she's not done any track work.
Yeah.
Taya, I think she's still making her mark. I mean, she's definitely a contender. Same with Gebra Salama from what I remember.
We got a lot of people voting for Tay in the chat. And Gibber
I
Salama,
think
actually.
Tay's the I think she has the fastest PBs in both events.
Yeah, but that's on the track, right? Like, and Gedich is like double world record on the roads. I don't know. I don't watch the roads, so I actually don't really know anything about Gedich, but I would think that it doesn't
Well,
matter.
I mean, she's a former I think she's the 5K, former 5K road record holder, and then Chebet destroyed it. And she's the current 10K road world record holder.
Do they have
That's
it's
smart, though,
no,
to be fair.
it's
I
no
mean, like-
pacemakers here, no wave lights, right? Oh, dude, there's some good footage. Let's go.
Yeah. So the back straight is where we can figure out where people are. But that's smart, though. I mean, if you want to keep Morgan out of the race, then, or the kickers out of the race, this is what you've got to do.
I reckon I'll
Not
keep
gonna
this.
sit in the middle
I'll
of
keep
the
this
pack as
poll
well.
up till about halfway, and then I'll close it. Yeah,
And then you cut it out.
Okay, but we got Morgan.
Gonna go with Morgan, yeah. Let's see.
People are hyping up the
So-
single
so
terrain
on
that
the-
we got.
What can you do, eh? What can you do?
So who can you tell? Who was at front from when we saw for the 5 seconds, dude?
I believe it was the East Africans, basically. I
Yeah.
think Ngetic was at the front, and then the two Ethiopians following behind.
It's interesting that in the women's distance, it really is the East Africans like really still dominating, while in the men's, it's almost like a switch now. We've come back to the Americans, and I mean
apart
Norwegians,
from
I guess.
Grant Fisher. Like, yeah, I suppose. I think in the East Africans still do dominate the longer distances, especially like. I love this drone footage.
Hey man, this is something. Let's go, dude. We're right there. We're flying by
I
trackside.
prefer it over there. No, I think the East Africans still do dominate the men's side. I mean, Fisher's like, to be honest, Fisher's only a real contender, like, since the indoor season. Because, like, with the Olympics, obviously he did, bronze and silver. But that was kind of his breakout moment, I feel like, where he was like, okay, now we're talking about this guy. And then the indoor season cemented that.
But what are you thinking, though? You're thinking more 10K, aren't you? Because in the 5K, it's been Ingebrigtsen walking away with all the medals.
True. But, like, I mean, that's just because Ingebrigtsen's so good. If you look at the contenders outside of him, it's, the Ethiopians, basically.
Okay.
Kajelcha, Gebruet, a few other names I'm forgetting off the top of my head. What's his name? Aragawi.
Yeah, Aragawa. Why is some guy saying my last name in the fucking chat?
Oh, is this a... I'm finding these angles really funny. Like, we're getting really good footage on the back straight. Oh, okay, we're getting footage on the back straight.
Yeah, we get some footage.
Who's
Hey,
that?
this is.
Yeah, Morgan ain't winning this. If they keep this up, which there's no reason why they wouldn't.
Bro, you're the distance guy. You Scrooged my pick. I got us a 1-0. I got us, drawing the lead with the chat, and you're throwing it away.
Hey, man. I was just trying to sow some chaos here. I've made a video trying to justify why I'm bad at predicting stuff, okay? That's how bad it got.
Really?
I mean, because the video, like, why track and field is so unpredictable was literally made because it was like, I got most of my shit wrong. Oh, is this home straight stuff with the drone?
Honestly,
If we get this, that's acceptable.
Yeah, I was just about to say, if we get some of that on more of some of the sprints as well, that'd be good. This meat's so cheeks. I think the only bad thing about shafting the YouTubers here is now you're going to have a big part of the viewer base thinking the meat was garbage when realistically, like Peacock and like the other streams, probably pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it looks like they've got a good production quality with Peacock. Like, I think if they wanted to play their cards, because I understand if they don't want to give the professional broadcast out for free on YouTube, but like, if you at least let us know beforehand, and then have a bit more of these drone shots so we can see what's happening,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Damn, they really...
East Africans,
Yeah, they're
surging
leaving
hard.
them-
Yeah, ain't
leaving
no
them
way.
in the dust. Tanaka,
this is the
Tanaka
smart
didn't
thing
even
to
front
do.
run this time, bro. Tanaka was my babe. She was meant to front run.
She ain't front running against these guys.
I mean, she does it
I
no
would-
matter the stage. She's doing it World Indoors too.
She doing a world indoors. I mean, because I was looking at some of her races and not a single one she front ran. But I suppose it was mostly Olympic game final, World Championships, that type of thing.
Oh yeah, you're the championship guy, bro. I'm out here in the trenches all year long. watching but not really taking notice of women's distance. But you know,
Highlights
Highlights
already
already
up on
up.
the TNT Sport YouTube.
yo, that's crazy.
They're rapid with their uploads, to be fair.
I mean, when you can just upload the footage of like the proper stream, it's not too hard. It's turning that into art, guys. You don't understand what me and Adam do here, you know.
Jumpman, you might need to update your biggest blowups in track and field history quite soon.
See, but that was championship races. I mean, you know what? Actually, Grand Slam track. I guess eventually we might be able to count this as championship tier racing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I suppose.
Yo,
once we
look
get
at
the
look at this
history behind
crap, bro. The chat changed on us. We're talking about Ngidich, and fucking they switched to Ngidich.
Had to withdraw from the Olympic trials. She had set her heart on getting to
Do you have live results up, by the way?
I don't know, don't right now, but I think we're getting into not the last two laps, I believe.
wants to concentrate on the track in 2025, and this is where it starts for her. So it's going to be a real eye-opener. All of us watching, I guess.
So if
Yeah,
anyone was getting
seems being
the Steam messages earlier, that was my friend, and then he was typing my name in the chat. So that's great, isn't it? Just doxing me.
Yeah.
Is not only having an effect on the rest of the
Is that Tanaka still up there? Or is that no? That's the chase pack.
thereabouts. But we've now lost Kevin Salama off that group, and only Ty is
Yep. So it's Taya versus Ingetich.
Oh, nice. Well, I mean, it's turned into basically. You said your predictions were bad. You know, you predicted right, then
Oh,
you
that
chose
was-
against your own predictions.
Yeah, because in all I'm saying is in the first document I put Ingetich as the favorite.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, man, I
we
was
both
right the
agreed on
first
that from like research. I don't know why you do this to us. We even had the free
Hey, man.
picks. Originally, they had chat had Tay picked. God damn,
So I'm just trying to give the viewers a head start, you know.
man. Yeah, fair enough. Tectonic has a meet tomorrow. The Australian national champs. Good luck, brother. Is that the junior champs? Yeah, that'd be the junior champs because the main one's on the next week.
I make a push. To be fair, I don't think Ty's got. Neither of these guys have got super strong kick. I know Ty at least doesn't. Honestly, I can't speak too much for Ingetich.
Has she ever needed a kick on the roads? Because once you're a world record holder, who's near you? You know.
That's the thing. I mean, but you can close very strong. Or is that Ty is overtaken? Yeah.
It is.
There we
It
go.
is.
Yeah, opening up. Unless she gasses in the 100, but that gap's opening up still more.
Oh, she's gone. Well, that's interesting. I really thought the being good on the roads would just straight translate. I mean, I guess it is this time of year.
It's just the tactics, isn't it? She just got Saturn kick on. Classic.
Well, there you go. Now you know who has the kick. Okay, so that's Tay taking the win. No one gets a point. Let's go, boys.
Oh, it was close though.
Yeah, it was. No, she brought
I
it
think
back at the
Ingetich
end.
might have made a late comeback. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, East Africans doing their thing.
I really liked how Taye raced. She kind of sat in that third position for most of the race, slowly moving into second. But watch this here.
Whoa, interesting here. Okay, well, bit of gout update. That's important for the channel. There is Josiah John for the under 20 100-meter champ in front of Gout. What did Josiah John run?
Well, he beats him.
Supposedly. I mean, I'm not keeping up with any of the results from the junior champs.
How old is this guy? Because what?
It'd be
19
under
then.
20s. They'd be same age.
But as in, like, because Gout's under 20, but he's 17, isn't he?
Yeah. Oh, I don't know then. No, actually, it'd be under 18s.
Yeah, well. Under 20 champs live right now.
That was a prediction. It's not yet until next week. Okay, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. We shouldn't talk about stupid things. I like this comment. Jumping as triple the viewers as there are in the stadium. You know what? I think this will be packed out by the time the 100's on.
Yeah, that's actually true. They're all just gonna turn up for the 100. I mean, you can see it is getting more busy. But that's interesting. Then, do you reckon they maybe should have put the 100 at the start, so then you get more people coming in?
No, because then it'd be even more depressing with people just leaving.
I suppose.
You know
Like,
what?
surely if you paid for the ticket, you may as well just stay there, unless you've got somewhere to be.
Yeah, it's gonna be a big difference when they take it to America though. I know for sure America's gonna get packed out.
I hope so.
Cranny got smoked. Yeah, it's interesting. There's a lot of talk about Cranny. You know what she won. USA, she ran some good times, and then, I mean, then you put the real East Africans in the race, and it's just a different ball game.
She went out there, ran a PB, finished second in the shorter of the two that she's going to be racing this weekend. Bodes really well for her. So I don't think it takes a rocket scientist here to figure out that when we come back on the 5K on Sunday.
Feel like as well with the lack of grandstand seating, you may as well, like, if you bought a bleacher ticket, just go to the grandstand. Like, who's gonna stop you?
Well, it is getting some more people. I do like this side view.
It's slowly getting busier. I think I agree. I reckon it'll be like a decent number of people with 100.
All right, the women's 800. It's time to talk about our favorite athlete.
Mary Mora, baby.
All right.
Mary Mora fan club.
All right, so we got the women's 800 coming up. The chat, you guys don't get to pick Mary Mora. Me and Adam are both massive fans of Mary Mora. I made some videos on her last year about her devilish racing tactics.
People, if you want to see the most diabolical race, you need to watch the 2022 Commonwealth Games final with Mary Mora in it at the 800 meters. It's home turf in Birmingham. The commentators, this crowd, they're hyping up Keely Hodgkinson, home crowd, and Mary Mora just rips into the entire field. Starts off with a 26-second 200, and fades massively to the back by 400, and then still comes out to take the win.
Yeah, she pulled a fake fade to let everyone pass and create chaos, and then just boosted it. It was an incredible race. 2022 Commonwealth Games. Go look it up. You know, you probably got a couple minutes right now anyway.
Honestly, like, it's so funny as well listening to I think it was Steve Cram commentating and being like, she's done terrible race tactics. I don't know why she's racing like this. And then, like, Keely's kicking it away, and this is where she's really strong. The slow realization as Mora just slips past her, like, effortlessly.
You know what's interesting, though? The fastest woman in this field is the Jamaican challenger, Toppin. She's 34.
That's the thing. I was looking into her. So she was being slept on a little bit because she is also an 800, 400, 800. But she got knocked out in the semifinals of the Olympics.
Okay. So
according to World Athletics. Like, as in, because the thing is, I was looking, she has run really fast times recently. It's not like she ran it 5 years ago and, barely broken like 158 or something since. But I think I'd still bet on Mora.
Oh, someone asked, what do you think about the 800-meter world record? That's your bread and butter, right, Adam? What do you got to say?
Hey man, it's one of those races here. Just go back and watch every now and again. Just because Rudisha's stride is so nice to look at. Like, one of the best running forms I've ever seen.
I think you mean the women's, bro.
I know. I was thinking. Come on, Rudisha still. The 800 world record is for the women's. I think the two fastest times are very fair, very legitimate. They were run by two clean competitors of the sport, and should congratulate both of them.
Oh. All right, okay.
Who's the fastest?
Who should we put on the poll for this? Because Nikki Hill's been running well this season, but I don't think she's not 800 runner. Jess Hull, she got didn't she run like a 1K something record?
Jess Hull's PB is like 159.99.
Yeah.
But yeah, okay. In the poll, I think we should put the Jamaican Goulet.
Home crowd favorite. All the Jamaicans in the chat right now.
Home crowd favorite. Okay, yes, we've got. I think we should put. Let's see, because we're not allowing them to pick Mora, are we?
No Mora for them.
No Mora. Okay, so Goulet. I mean, otherwise it's just the 1500 runners, isn't it? So I suppose Weltoji you've got to go with. Interesting. Hull's actually got the slowest PB by a decent margin of everyone.
I reckon we put Hull in anyway because I think it's just a thing of like
Yeah,
she
she's
hasn't
a big
focused
name.
on it. She's a big name. She's fast. I mean, yes, 2,000 meter world record, number 5 all time in the 1500. We really should have had a G Raven and a thing hit, bro. There should have been a lot. Well, I know we got good 1500 runners.
Keely, Mo. Yeah, those are the only two. Are there any other big 800 runners they could have put in apart from Keely and Mo?
Look for me to improve throughout the Grand Slam season. So maybe no fireworks.
There's no way in hell Mora loses this.
I mean, Gula's the only person who can realistically challenge her.
There's some good NCAA 800 meter runners like Michaela Rose, even though I think she didn't do too well. And then Whitaker, who won the 400, I think, and ran that 48. She's an 800 gal too. All right, Susan. Who do you want to put in as the next one? Should we put in Susan Ajor from Kenya? Like, she's got a good PB, but
Yeah. I think Ajor,
Yeah,
Oteji, Hull, and Hiltz maybe. Just again because Hiltz is kind of a big name.
Hiltz. Nah, I'm ignoring Hiltz.
I know a big deal.
I'm not gonna shaft my chat with Hiltz for an 800. There's the poll, fellas. You get no more.
Mora best.
Yeah, there are two Whitakers. I can't remember which one's the 800 meter runner, but I think one of them took the 800 title last year, was it? I know this poll selection is lousy because we have taken Mora. You guys get the upper hand the next one.
You're getting the next people.
We get this one. Mora is not washed. Well, actually, I mean, have we looked at
So
even?
to be fair,
Yeah.
the betting odds, the Vegas odds on Mora were actually, they only had her as a very slight favorite. I think she was a minus 115.
So as they go down the back straight, they'll go through the first 200. As Rebecca just moving across. And Mary Mora has a habit sometimes of going to the front, then sort of slows it down and then goes again.
Yeah, they're talking about her tactics already.
Yeah. Steve Cram talking there.
I'll put Steve Cram on for a little.
McLean leading right there. She was at the World Indoor Championship.
I know, Jack. It would be nice to know what's going on. You're telling me, bro.
She's sharp. I really like Susan Ajor.
We're
Yeah, we
all
need
in
to
this
take-
together.
Doubled at 8:15. She's got such strength. She can run a 5K.
Obviously, I'm
but
going
she
straight to
also
Steve.
is
We've got to try and
good
figure this out before the next one, because like, surely they're not going to do this for the second day. I want them to see
Yeah.
about it.
We'll get chat to them and see what they say. Alright, Goultoppin was the pick.
McLean just relinquishing the lead. Well, Tedgy is well
Mary Mora in
placed
7th
right
place.
there. Jory
Oh,
just
but
up
everyone's
on the
bunched
curve.
up.
Jess Hull, at the back.
Surely this would suit
Instead,
her.
trying to stay with his pace, but starts
Becky
to make a
Hiltz.
move down the back straight. But where is Mary Mora? She's in 3rd place. The 800 meter
Yeah, she's moved
specialist
up.
really
She's
needs
moved
to
up.
win this one if she's going to have a chance.
Mora's moved up.
Yeah, because this is Mora's season debut as well.
Now Mora just
True.
tries to go
But she's
with
running,
confidence.
she's running right around the bend in lane 2. Needs to
Athletes
cut
front
in.
row. Well, Tedgy in particular, just moving quickly, has clipped
Is
it
that
down.
moving on
He's
to
just
second
gone back
place?
there mid-ball. Jess Hull finds the gap. Mary Mora really struggling. So Nikki Hill's
Oh,
out in
Mora
front.
struggling.
Tedgy and Hull, the 1500 folks out in front here. Nikki Hill's trying to take the win, but
You say Nikki Hiltz and Mortigi?
Yeah, I mean, Nikki Hiltz was front running.
The line is coming. Is she going to get there? She gets it on the lane. 158.24.
Damn, Mary Mora washed.
Hiltz wins the 8.
Never liked her to begin with.
1500 specialists took it.
Hiltz, I'm
Nikki
sorry,
Hiltz
guys.
With a 158.
That's
I told you should have put Hiltz in the poll. Should have put Hiltz in the poll. Well, Tedgy.
Shafted everyone. I don't know.
Jess Hull as well, yeah.
That was surprising.
Jess
Bro, that's always so interesting to see.
Brad ran
who-
half of that as well.
Yeah, so, someone who never really runs the 800, and then comes here today.
I believe that was
She did. To be fair, she did win the
Damn.
indoor champs, 3rd at Melrose. She's in form.
Mora, like, she placed really poorly. She might come dead last, because I don't see her doing well in the 15, especially if she's not in good form.
Damn.
I'm not going to disrespect chat with Hiltz in the poll. Clip that, chat. Clip that.
It was at the worst pick, still.
God, we're not doing well for the worst.
What do you?
Nah,
No,
to be fair, Mora was like, nah, come on, that's a logical pick.
Well, we all got the Gabby Thomas pick right. Don't be hating over here, all right? Nah, that's I mean, you can't really criticize anyone too much. I do love to criticize people in the early season, but yeah, it's early season, right?
It's very easy.
Isn't that like a minute PB for Hiltz? That's funny. It's even funnier that you said minute. Yeah, no, what were you saying?
Mary Moore, she seemed like on the angle from what I was able to tell of the angle on the back straight, she did seem like she was struggling. I couldn't tell if it was just like, oh, it's the 800, she's struggling, but I don't know, she wasn't looking comfortable.
No. Well, we'll never really be able to tell because it's not like we can see close anyway. Good on Hiltz though, honestly.
Nick, honestly, yeah, because if she's got 12 points, then Jess Hull will need to win the 15 in order to really challenge her, because Hiltz will place decently in the 15, especially if she's in form.
Actually, kind of should have seen this coming with Hiltz.
Has her form been really good in the indoors?
She skipped world. She ran US indoors and won. Well, she ran US indoors and won, and then she skipped world indoors to focus on this. So, if I had actually put in a little bit of fucking thought.
Look, I'm super impressed with that race. You know, Nikki came in. The 800 was their weaker one of the two. So to come out with the win bodes real well for them for this weekend. Also, I'd like to point out Jess Hull. If she came in here, who again is
yeah, I know. I suppose Jess Hull has got to win it realistically. Like, I'm just thinking about the point system, because if Jess Hull comes second, then she's on 14 points. This is in the 1500.
But Hiltz is a 1500 runner, so Hiltz should just.
That's the thing. So Jess, Jess Hull needs to win the 1500 to have any chance of beating Hiltz, unless Hiltz absolutely bombs the 1500, which doesn't seem like she would.
World lead, PB 158.23.
If the angle stays the same, the 100 meters is gonna look interesting to say the least.
That's gonna be funny. All right. Okay, the men's 400 meters is really interesting. I'm gonna start the poll for this one straight away, and I'm not gonna say too much while everyone's voting. Actually, I kind of got to say stuff, but
yeah,
run
us through.
I have a feeling that everyone's gonna vote for Dos Santos, but really, if you actually look at the field, there's like 4 people who could win it. You know, you got 3 guys who ran really fast out of the NCAA last year. You know, you got Caleb Dean who ran a 47. He was like the 4th fastest guy last year. You had Chris Robinson, who came second at NCAA's to Dean. And then whatever name, I got it written down somewhere. It's gone. And Clement Ducos, so I might be butchering that name. He's a French competitor. He came 4th at the Olympics after getting hurt at the NCAA's. And all these guys are like 47 low guys. And Ellison Dos Santos, he can run 46. But he butchers his races. He's actually pretty inconsistent. You know, when you think of the big 3, Dos Santos is the guy who can be kicked out of that. Sounds like you're listing a bunch of people who haven't won an Olympic medal. Yeah, but bro, you got the big 3. It's tough to win an Olympic medal in this event, dude. And you know, these guys are young. The NCAA guys, you know. This could be their season, bro.
To be fair, the NCAA system works well with the Grand Slam format as well. You know, 2 races in 2-3 days.
Yeah. Oh, and then there's Rashawn Clark as well, who won a medal, didn't he? No, he came 4th at the 20.
He came 4th, yeah. But he's under 20 world champion.
Yeah, and he's still only 21 now. He got that when he was 19. You know. All right. Okay. We'll create the poll. 400 meters. We'll put in Dos Santos. Who are we picking? Well, actually, we have to give them rights to the best picks, really. But
yeah, I'm gonna trust you on the pick this time. Mine didn't go so well last time. I feel like Rashawn Clark, based off of that, if we're saying not Dos Santos, then Rashawn Clark would be the one to go for next.
Oh, Dean won NCAAs, but he bombed out hard. We got to put Ducos in there. I think I'm going to slight Chris. Oh, there's also CJ Allen. He ran the semis. He's not quite as fast as the other guys, but he's got a little more valor and experience. I'll put in these 4. I'll put in these 4. I'll let them get their pick.
Dos Santos on 71% already.
Yeah, it jumps
Damn,
forward.
yeah, you're right. Everyone's going to Santos.
Yeah,
If everyone goes to Dos Santos, I think Clark would be a shout. I mean, that's my opinion.
Hold on. Wait, let's go look at the let's go look at what they ran earlier and talk about it between us and Discord and ignore these.
Secret conversations been happening.
Yeah, we're gonna make our secret pick. They can't know. Women's long hurdles.
Alright,
No.
so it's not going to be Clark.
What if we? Where is the men's long hurdles? Is it the end of our dock? I can't find it.
Just control F it. Like control F Dos Santos and you can find it.
Oh, true. Yep. I'm too slow at this. Why Lachlan Kennedy not on the poll? Is that a fake Aaron Brown?
Yeah, it's Baker and
That's funny.
or maybe it's his burner account. Has Aaron Brown commented on your post at all?
None of these. He's commented on some videos. He's not actually too
Yeah,
crazy in my
that's fine.
comments. I respect him for that.
He's only commented one thing where he's just like, distance guys are old, but I think he posted some other stuff as well, which is, you know, reasonable. It's kind of random. Fair enough. Right, let's see Dos Santos. So,
All right. What? Can you actually see the Oh yeah, 66 to Dos Santos. All right, I'm gonna end the poll here. You guys can have Dos Santos with a 65%, and we'll take Clark. And I'm ending the poll here because Clark actually ran either last week or the week before, and he ran a 44.98 in the 400 flat.
personal best, wasn't it?
That's
Personal
real-
best in the Kingston Stadium.
Yeah, in this track. So he's in the form, you know. Dos Santos is his opener. Caleb Dean's run some 60-meter races. You know, you got a lot of fast guys here, but yeah, none of them have really ran. Chris Robinson ran a 445, so like he's another contender, but I wouldn't say he's in as good shape. Oh, look at the stadium, bro.
Someone asked if we have a track and field filling up. You mean?
Yeah, it's got some people.
Yeah. I think you're right. At the 100 meters, it will be like reasonably packed.
That's fine.
Someone asked if we have a track and field Discord for everyone, which, I mean, we don't, but that'd be quite a cool idea to set up.
That would be cool. I think we could set up, and you know, it'd be cool because, you know, while we have this stream here now on this, we could actually like, you know, do some private streams in the Discord where we have people in and just like, you know, watch the actual live stream together privately.
Yeah, man. Yeah, honestly, we do need to get it sorted with the stream because, like, I mean, I'm not too disappointed because the men's short distance isn't playing today, but if it was, I'd be fucking raging. I'll be honest.
Actual, dude. Actual. Some sort of rip track and
That's
field
my bread and
news.
butter that'd be missing.
Nah, that'll be coming. That'll always be coming. That's my little baby, my little project.
Yeah, it's doing well for you as well.
This
Or this will be like half the track and field news.
Oh, you know what? Actually, this week I'm really busy. I've told Adam knows, but I got a stag do to go to this, and then I'm supposed to be streaming the next couple of days. If the footage isn't good, I might not. But
What's happening tomorrow? Yeah, is that the stag do tomorrow? I mean.
no stag do today, and then streaming again tomorrow. So
Oh
that'll
yeah.
just be
Sorry. Right. Tomorrow for me, but yeah, today for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got a 12-hour time difference, by the way, everyone. So that's always fun to negotiate.
Yeah, that's how we chat. 10 p.m. in the morning, or 10 a.m. in the morning, and 10 p.m. at night. Yo, Lachlan Kennedy in the chat.
Is someone just making like athlete names and just commenting to see who's gonna believe it?
I think so. All right.
We've seen Gout, seen Lachlan Kennedy, we've seen Aaron Brown. Aaron Brown looking at it.
I've got the volume up quite a bit for this one.
Taken 2-3 meters out of James.
What lanes was Sean Clark in?
I don't know, but lane 7 is Caleb Dean is taking a huge move right now. This is what he does when he runs.
Dos Santos and Clark chasing.
Yeah, Dos Santos and Clark are the ones chasing. So Dos Santos is in the white, Clark's in the red.
Yeah, I see.
This is a decent angle. I'm liking this. This is really
Man
nice.
seems to, yeah, this is good. This is what you want.
Oh my god, Dos Santos. Oh, I don't know
Shot
who
off.
took the fill. Dude, we're getting it all right now. No, Dos Santos.
Come on, late finish.
Come on, Clark.
Olympic finish. Come on, fall over.
You can't say that.
Ah, yes I can. Good race. At least he got a good angle. That's what I'm happy about.
Yeah, that was a
good
good
for Dos
angle.
Santos though.
That's a season opener and really strong. I wasn't expecting that out of an opener. But he's here to play. He's here to win the money. That's crazy, dude.
You're Sean Clark second. I mean, I think that's reasonable.
I say we get a 0.5 for that, just
Yeah. Do we get a 0.5 for that, everyone?
He's opened faster before, no. Yeah, he has, but like it's a bit different this year because 2024 you roll off the Olympics, which is like the hardest you train. It's the biggest peak, the highest of highs. Then going into another season, it's tough to get in as quick.
Yeah. Did you see? I think it was like couldn't tell who it was, but like one of the athletes in the white. It might have been I think it's just saying Dukos was like really slow. Like just right from the beginning, he just didn't seem to have it.
Oh.
I don't know if he was like, it almost looked like he was injured or something. Like he was. See the guy who fell over in the home straight.
I'm not sure. I couldn't actually tell, to be honest. I was too busy.
There's someone who fell over in the home straight, and he beat the person who came. Like he didn't come last. Someone else was just like jogging it, basically.
Oh.
I can't. Do you reckon he would? Right. Okay. Speculation. This is the type of thing you do on random streams. Do you reckon he's just like not even intending to race? He's just like, look, I'm gonna grab the 10K and leave.
Maybe.
Do you reckon that's a legit chat?
I think it's a strat if you're hurt the day or two before, right? Like instead of.
That's probably what.
pulling
Yeah.
out.
I mean, fair enough, eh?
Oh, you don't know. Maybe he's just really that unfit, dude. Christmas and,
sure. No, because it was like
Christmas and New Year's was rough on him, dude. Come on.
Let's see. Alison Dos Santos Kelly. Yeah. Yeah, Clement Ducos, exactly. The French person. I think he's like, was he Canadian for it or just French? I remember seeing a Canadian flag next to him at one point.
No, don't. Come on, he's already French. That's bad enough.
Well, is Canadian that bad? I mean, French is disgusting, but like.
Yeah, I don't think I don't know. When I talk to my Canadian mates, they always like joke on French Canadians. I'm not really too sure why. I'm not into the law.
Yeah, bloody French.
At 400-meter hurdle, he looked so smooth and in control the entire time. I was also really impressed with Rashawn Clark of Jamaica. He made the final in Paris, and he was actually battling for that third and fourth.
There you go. That's
Have you
Yep.
You updated the 2-1 for us versus the chat.
Yeah. I mean, to be fair, we gave them first pick. Honestly, I might have first picked Clark anyway, based off his opener at Velocity Fest. So I think we got shafted regardless.
I don't know. I think he did well. Like it's an early season meet as well, so there's so much like in the air. Like you have no idea what form people are in, even if they've had an indoor season.
Yeah. And so some people do open really really strong. What kind of coverages? What the hell is with this commentary? Bro, you're here. You're watching with the boys. This is sofa talk, guys. Alright, and now,
Or Sydney McGuff, or Sydney win by 1 or 2 full seconds. I was going to suggest that we do, for the 400 hurdles, we do a poll for who comes second place and make that the decision.
Yeah, I think so. Well, we could make it how much Sydney wins
pick.
by. No, how much Sydney wins by. Is it more than a second or less than a second? Was that too much?
Have you heard? I don't know, like who do you think's her biggest competitor? Like most likely to come second?
Jasmine Jones.
Jasmine Jones. Okay. Oh yeah, Delilah Muhammad as well. You seen that Sydney was saying that she might want to run the 100, 200 and the 100 hurdles in the Grand Slam meets in the future.
Yes. And honestly, I'm not sure how much you actually know about Sydney and those other events, but she can literally do anything. I think she ran the 200 world lead early last year. And that held on for like a couple months. And then in the 110...
that was the video you sent me of like where she's like asking for validation or something.
We don't need to talk about that.
Yeah.
And then she ran a 110 hurdle race last year, and it was really quick too. I'd need to bring up her thing to get you the time, but
I mean, if I was in her position, to be fair, like she's done everything she can in the 400 hurdles. So if she wants to extend her legacy, you know, you move to a different event and dominate that as well.
I think the funny thing is you say that, but she's still what is she, 25? Yeah, she's 25. You know, that's like 3 years of like potential furthering the world record, and she can do it. She breaks the world record almost every time she runs. She could do it here.
True, but like, I don't know. I mean, of course it's her preference, but like, would you rather, okay, you can break your world record again, or would you rather, you know, be the most dominant champion you can be in multiple events?
See, but that's like a Michael Jordan thing, you know? Like Michael Jordan's like, I've done all I can in basketball, and he went to baseball. And we just remember it as, yeah, he went to baseball. Like she could not dominate, and then that wouldn't be as good. She ran a 12:71 in the 110 hurdles at the start of last season.
They should have an average dude in lane 1 as a comparison for every event.
That
would be really funny.
I wish they had me down there running against the woman so they could blast me. That's it.
Alright, hear me out. Aaron Brown is better than Usain Bolt. Lachlan Kennedy official. You heard it here first.
Lachlan Kennedy. Damn, Lachlan Kennedy making waves these days, bro. He's in the chat spitting fire. He's on the track spitting fire.
Yeah, I wonder what his opinion is of Gout, real Lachlan Kennedy.
Someone said you need to be confident, Jumpman. Yeah, but you know, on track you can just look at the times. I know I'm going to lose in a race against Shakira Richardson.
Oh, we got Usain Bolt in the chat. Whoa!
Holy shit, it's the real Bolt.
Yo! This is crazy.
Okay, so the 400 hurdles is such a difficult one to talk about because obviously Sydney McLaughlin's going to win. So I do think we'll all pick for second. But then it's about who we pick. There's Rochelle Clayton. She came 5th at the Olympics. There's Jasmine Jones, 4th at the Olympics. There's Antoinette Knight, who came 8th in the Olympics. You know, and there's also Delilah Muhammad, but she's kind of, you know, she's kind of aging out. She's announced her retirement. And, you know, we talk about...
I wonder if she's here for the bag. You know, like, as in, she's got a retirement, just get that money and then, yeah.
Bro, she's not here for the bag. Like, she is not...
Well, come on. Like, you may as well.
She's not here for the bag, dude. Alright, I'm going to spell some of these names wrong, because I need to get them down before they start the race.
All good, all good.
Knight. Jones.
I think we'll still get a good angle of this, which will be good.
Okay, I can't spell Muhammad's name wrong. That's disrespectful.
It's not that hard. What, Muhammad isn't a difficult name to spell, is it?
No, but, you know, everyone has a certain level of dyslexia, and I spell names with multiple letters in them wrong all the time.
Shall I paste it for you in the chat?
I've done. Okay, so this is what I got. That's the picks. We can't pick. Oh, the Muhammad picks out. So there was a runner that kind of caught my eye. The Netherlands runner, Kathleen Peters. And we talked about it as kind of just like a filler athlete, but she ran a 51.56 400 indoors for second at the Dutch Champs to Klaver. And I mean, that's faster than anyone else has opened here. But she's got a 54-second PB in the 4 hurdles, which is like terrible in contrast to some of these other girls.
Yeah, yeah.
So she's got flat speed.
I suppose it's a question of form versus form versus ability, if you want to call it that.
Yeah, form versus ability. And I've always rated people who have flat speed in the 4 hurdles, because I think it's just a matter of putting it together. That's why I liked Ride Benjamin so much, because he's the fastest over the 400. And then he beat Warholm. What is the TRP angles progress? I don't know. He said he's trying to get better, but like, you know, I don't got him on speed dial.
Yeah, see if you can get in contact with him afterwards. But I mean, honest, like, hopefully this is like a switch now, because obviously we did get a good angle for the last race, and it seems we're getting the same for this one.
Yeah, hopefully we get a bit better from here and tomorrow. You know, it'll make this worthwhile.
Yeah.
I vote on the athletes that wait, is Jasmine Jones not here? Was she a late pullout?
I don't think so.
I'm turning up the audio for this race.
So, you know what it takes to beat her.
Right, they got Clayton. We got Jones. Unless she's not here, then we've got Muhammad.
Yeah, sounds good.
Cinnamon McLaughlin starts pretty quickly as expected, but Rochelle Clayton's holding her through the first hurdle, just maybe a meter or so, not even that. The two of them going down the back straight.
I'm glad we're getting some good angles. This is good running.
Yeah, this is good. Real gap opening up.
She just eats them, man.
She's just too good, yeah.
But it depends. You know, she could be in bad form. It could be like kind of bluff early. You never know.
Trying to work hard in lane 2 to get on terms.
Muhammad's coming through in lane 2. So.
Level best to hang on to the American here, but
yeah, because we're looking for second place, to be fair.
she does best. Clayton just faltered off that one.
Sydney's in first. Muhammad's in lane 2.
Long way behind.
I'm in lane 2.
Ooh, Clayton's faded.
Stick with it. Stick with it. Is that Delilah Muhammad second?
Yep, Delilah Muhammad second.
Let's go. Wait, was Jasmine Jones in this race?
I don't believe so. I think Clayton was in third most of that race and then faded at the end, which is the chat's pick.
Really strong performance.
Okay, so that's one for us then.
This is the result we expected. I thought Muhammad ran really
And we do need replays. We do need replays.
Not easy necessarily in lane 2.
Alright, that's 2-2, boys. You know, you talk shit on our picks here.
2-2. We gotta win this now. We gotta keep an overall tally as well, realistically. I think that'd be good.
Oh, like go into tomorrow with the same numbers?
I reckon we do it separately, but we have we can maybe do an aggregate score. So whoever wins, so will be 1 point for winning this one, 1 point for winning the next one, and then it'll be who can break the tie.
No, I reckon we just carry it into. Why make it overcomplicated when we can just carry it into the next one?
I love complexity.
Yeah,
it's like with Grand Slam, you gotta have overall slams, you gotta have a dominant score.
That's what a distance guy would say.
Honest, I mean, half of my videos are just overanalyzing the shit out of races just for the exact opposite thing to happen, so, you know.
Someone said, yo, so did not deserve a point. How does that make sense? Look at the poll, bro. The poll is up there. You guys voted Clayton. We chose Muhammad. How did we not... You guys could always predict second place. You guys could always predict second place. That's what I see.
Yo, we're on over 1,000 people watching, by the way.
Wait, are we actually?
Deadass.
Damn, dude. I'm sorry you have to listen to me,
man.
guys. That's funny.
1,000 people. More than the stadium comments coming in.
People are coming in. You know what, mate? With these camera angles, what we've seen in the 4 hurdles, definitely doing this tomorrow.
If we get... Yeah, if it continues like that, then perfect. Because I'm not going to expect professional broadcast, but as long as we can see what's happening, you know.
Yeah. 133.5 of your total subscribers are watching. Hey man, that's a good effort, you know. Usually I have to pull them in with clickbait. This is just a live stream. You have almost 25. Damn, TRP's pulling good with 4K then. Good on him. McLaughlin won by 1.8 seconds. Yeah, I mean, wasn't a particularly fast time either, 52, but it's crazy to see Sydney can basically come out and 0 and run a 52 for a big win.
Yeah, there's no reason to go for anything crazy now as well.
What is the next meeting you're going to stream? So, you never get rights to stream a meet, right? Like usually this isn't allowed, but Grand Slam Track reached out to creators to give them a different version of the stream. And obviously it started rough. Now it's starting, you know, we're actually starting to see the races. But no, it'll just be tomorrow will be Grand Slam Track again because it's on at the same time, and then the next day we'll be streaming it again if the angles can stay like this.
Yeah. We'll hopefully figure some stuff out before, unless the angles stay the same.
Yeah, and next time we might have some cameras. Nah, maybe not actually. I don't think we need that.
So 2 events to come. We've got the men's long distance at the 5,000 for the men. And then the speed
People dogging on TRP in the chat.
short sprint.
That's kind of standard. You know, I won't delete comments because I don't want to build that culture around my channel. Once you start deleting, you never stop.
2 events. Decide the winner. Our racers and our challengers. Anybody can win the prize. It doesn't matter. Racers
We're getting some grandstands footage, guys. Don't meme it too hard.
I like how they're having to like zoom in super hard on like when they see multiple people.
Philadelphia and LA over the next few weeks.
Kieran, I reckon it would have been funny though if we did get the just the one camera angle from the back when they run the 100 and we see absolutely nothing.
Let's not. I'm still. You know, I'm not expecting anything yet. Like we've had 2 races of the hurdles. Let's see what is it the men's 5K next? I think.
Yes, it is. This is it. You're up. I'm not talking this whole time.
Bread and butter. Yeah, men's 5K. This is. I hope that they do the right angles for this. If they do, then I think we're in good shape.
I think they will.
So given that my women's pick was completely wrong, I'm probably chatting absolute crap here. But so we have. I think it's expected to be a tactical race basically because they've got a 3K coming up in 2 days. It's relatively hot. Apparently supposed to be windy as well, and just 5Ks in general. Like unless their pace tend to be pretty slow these days.
I think the wind was a lie. Just a heads up.
The wind was a lie.
Yeah, there's like no.
Okay,
wind.
cool. I mean, even then, I don't know. I suppose there is a chance that Fisher just runs it from the beginning, but like, I don't know if that's going to be in his best interest because in a sit and kick, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm umming and ahhing a little bit here. I'm going with Fisher as my pick. We'll see what we do for the poll though.
Do we get a pick first this one?
I don't know if we do.
And who do you want to put in the poll in general? Because obviously Fisher, you know, with the...
Okay, yeah, so Fisher, Gebruet, definitely.
Yeah, I'll give Hewitt.
I mean, it might just be the races, because I don't know if there are any serious challenges here. There's Thierry Indiki-Wamanayo, but I don't know if he's not really a real contender. Bekele as well.
Yeah, I put Bekele
I think
in
Bekele
there
is
after
the
the
dark
race
horse in this race.
last week.
Because, honestly, I think we should just put the races.
Just the races.
I
So
think Bekele is a
Quimoy.
real dark horse in this race. Quimoy, yeah.
Okay, I'll have the poll as these.
Because yeah, as you saw, you know, Bekele obviously had the the flow track race where he ran like 10,090 meters, I think was the estimated amount, and assuming that conversion, he ran like a 26:34 at this point in the season. So like, that's really fast, you know.
Oh, they're talking about Bekele on the actual stream as well. That's funny.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's been really good for him because it's like a kind of fun moment, isn't it? Fisher, yeah, Fisher the heavy favorite. So should we pick against Fisher for the fun of it?
So they're picking Fisher. Okay, yeah, we'll pick against Fisher. You know, when it's equal, I say we give Chat the upper hand since we're professionals.
Exactly. Okay, so I think it's realistic between the races. If it becomes a tactical affair, Quemo has got a former 3:28 personal best in the 15, but it's kind of old. I don't know. I don't bet on Gebruet having a strong kick. Maybe I'm completely wrong for this. I'm leaning more towards Bekele as the best bet against Fisher, but even then, I'm not super convinced on it because again, I don't think Bekele has got a super strong kick.
What do you think about
he's
though,
got
like,
725.
You know, I insinuated in my video, like, you know, the adrenaline rush of being 100 meters behind and starting a race, like that's got to do wonders for you. You know, that was also a PR for him. Like,
Yeah,
could
yeah.
that just be a one-time thing? Like, we'll never quite see him do that again? I mean, I guess this will be the race that tells us. But
Yeah, I mean, because he's young as well. I mean, he's young for a long distance guy. He's 25 years old. Like, and he has got a good history of stuff. It's just because of the East African dominance and with Jakob as well on the 5K, he's not yet made his full mark on the world stage.
okay, so you're
Yeah,
gonna
look, 12:42
pick
5K PB.
you're gonna pick Bekele.
I'm gonna pick Bekele, but
Oh, okay.
yeah, I think so. I'm gonna go with it. But I don't know, as in I see, because I'm trying to figure out if Cremo's got a good kick. I was looking at him because he got silver in the Olympics, and I mean that was a sit and kick style race because obviously Jakob was running in it, and Cremo did have a solid finish, but I don't know, man.
No, I'm cool with us going with
Everyone
Bekele.
gets slept on a little bit. Yeah. I mean, because yeah, as I say, Bekele has got a 7:25. He's got the second fastest 3K PB, I believe.
Oh shit, here we go.
All right. I'd be really curious to see that. Is this?
I'll turn up the race a little bit for this one.
So no pacemakers again, carry.
It looks like we're getting proper footage now as well.
This is
good.
awesome.
It's good.
Yeah,
Perfect. I'm happy with this.
And in the poll here, they've got Fisher, we've got Bekele. I do think we hard slipped on Gibby Hewitt, considering he's got the fastest PB. A lot of
The
valor.
thing with Gabriel Hewitt, yeah, I mean, because I think 9% is harsh. The two things I'd say is that first of all, so I know he's run really well in the past 6 months because the Diamond League final and also 12:42. But like, not 12:40, 12:36 in Oslo. I'm kind of just waiting for Father Time to catch up because the guy's 40. Like,
What?
he's really old.
He's not 40, he's 30.
He's not. No, okay. Maybe surely I'm getting mixed up here. Then.
Gibby
Am I just
Hewitt.
being an absolute fud? I'm getting a fud, aren't I? I'm being a fud. Yeah, okay. I'm just being a fud. What am I on about?
That's going off like off the head, bro. I mean, I guess he's been around that
Yeah.
long, 2013 silver,
Look, it's 1 AM here.
2015 World Championship
1 AM
bronze.
here.
Dude has been around.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, he's a proper veteran.
Yeah. No, he's
So
just been doing it
Bekele
since
taking
the
it out strong. Start.
Bro, this is it. He's
Fud is-
taking out
Fud
that
is my new
100
favourite
meter
rider.
pace he did last week.
Seeing there should have been 70 through 400 apparently. Super tactical. Bekele running wide.
Into the indoor season, and Grant Fisher took it to him the last 200 meters.
Damn, they're
indoors
jogging.
in Boston and
They're
record
jogging.
in the 3,000.
Oh god, they're jogging.
They are moving so slow.
Let's just talk about what happened to Bekele last week. So you look at the result.
This is
Are they even? This is Oh my god.
a money race, bro. This is so.
Like, I know it's
interesting.
tactical. Like, there's tactical and then there's this, you know?
And then one of the athletes
It'd be a pen relay flashbacks. That's what I was thinking.
they all kind of went off for a bit of a jog while he got his
You could keep up, Adam. I wonder if I could.
Bro, quick, jump the fence. We're here. We're live at Jamaican Heat.
100 meters from the start of the race, and
70-second lap. To be fair, 72 per lap is what I'm aiming for the 5K. So even then,
he gets up and he runs
you keep up for a bit.
too. So that's kind of
They speed walk faster than this.
Yeah, I mean, and that for him, he went out in 60
Hey, we're good.
for the first lap.
You know what, Kieran? This weekend we're gonna have 2 more streams because we got camera angles. We got camera angles.
Go camera angle. I'm super happy with this. I think this is a good compromise. I understand not wanting the professional broadcast, you know, but like this is good.
Excited to see how he runs tonight. Cooper Tier now in
Ain't no way the TRP poll is asking sub 13.
under
Yeah.
indoors in Boston with
Yeah.
Cooper
To be fair, they have stretched it out a bit more now, which is good.
with Cole Hocker.
Because this is what I mean because there's this whole, Grand Slam track are really trying to frame this as like racing is important, and I definitely support that. I think there should be no paces,
He wants to have
but I
stars.
think
He wants to have an
fast times are still good, you know, like especially for an event like the 5K. You don't want to watch people jog around at 70 a lap for 10 laps and then have a burn up, even if the burn up is good.
Yeah, but I don't know, it's the racers who decided on the day, you know, it's not like we can make them really run fast, right? Like, they're gonna
Of
run
course.
their races.
I'm more talking about people who say like, oh, we shouldn't focus on fast times. Like there seems to be a kind of pushback against this focus on fast times a little bit.
Yeah.
I think like as in Hobbs Kessler said something along like, and I think it was partly It's a little unclear what he was saying in the moment because it was like post-race interview whilst he was still panting. But he was like, "Oh, we shouldn't care too much about times. We need to focus on who wins." He said like anyone can run a sub 350 mile, but not everyone could win. So
That's true. I mean, you see that a lot with like the challenges of people who have got crazy fast PBs, but you know it's different when you're actually racing people and you're thinking while you run.
Oh yeah, Cooper's here in this race as well. Oh, and he's leading it. Interesting.
Yeah,
Because
well, you know.
Cooper's here would want a tactical race being a 1500 guy.
Cooper. Tia isn't talked about a lot for his kick because you know he was racing in the NCAA's with Hocker, and then Hocker has now become fucking Olympic champ.
Hocker's Hocker.
But Tia has a fierce kick as well.
Yeah, maybe it's... Because I wish they showed the splits a bit more clearly.
Ah, well, we get what we're given. You need to have your stopwatch out, bro. I'm actually gonna go to the bathroom as a professional commentator, so make sure to keep the chat engaged and answer all their questions. Thank you, Adam.
All good. Hey man, I left you on your own, so that's fine. I'm gonna start a stopwatch so we can get the split times going.
The one to really watch, Quemoy was one of the guys that really had
Yeah, it just seems to be insane face.
5,000 meters, sometimes you see the last mile.
Hey man, people complaining about paces, this is what we get without them. It's interesting.
But at the Olympics in Paris, he was the guy that just got himself back in the race. He was way back.
Alright, start a timer to get ourselves some split times with Cooper Tier.
Up to third, or to second, excuse me, and just had a phenomenal race there.
Yeah, I mentioned, remember watching
It's 520 through 800.
a lot of the Kenyans do move through the distances, but a lot of them, they become 1500 meter specialists, and he looked like he had all of the credentials to be
They might break 15.
quite got the big breaks, if you like, and he was around when Timothy Cherry was dominating from his compatriots. So I think that performance last year, as you mentioned, was definitely the race of his career up to this point.
It's interesting. I'm wondering, trying to figure out who this is going to favor because I'm still not convinced with a lot of the racers who's got a strong kick because most of them tend to be kind of 5k, 10k guys who are just doing the 3k, 5k because of Grand Slam.
And this is where nerves can tell. You got to hold your nerves like a poker
Oh,
game.
really slowing down now as well.
Slow, you don't normally races. And what can happen as well?
Yeah, that's the thing. The stronger guys would want to, in theory, make it a fast pace. But I suppose they also don't want to get sat and kick on by one of the other racers. Because if someone takes it out from the front, then, the other racers would just sit behind them and kick off.
They have to keep in mind that, there are some athletes out here that have run 5s and 10s for a long time, but they still have speed in their legs. And, Grant Fisher is a guy that's run very well over 1,500 meters. He's run 3:33 in 2025. So, that was in that 3,000 meters that he did that. So he can run fast. So
All right, we're back. How's it going?
It's going slow, very slow.
Oh damn, they're just really crawling.
I think someone wrote the split times. They had like 167 and the rest were like 70s.
Yo, that is crawling.
Apparently, so far it's 70, 75, 66, 71.
This is gonna be.
This is gonna come down to a 2-lap run up.
Yeah, this is gonna be like a sprint 800 at the end, eh?
Yeah, I mean, like, kind of, it's what was expected. I don't think anyone was expecting it to be this tactical, but like,
Yo, donation in the chat. Thank you guys for not bashing the coverage.
Big
Been
us,
watching
yeah.
on Peacock. Hey.
Big up to Tony. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Tony. Adam will be getting half of that.
If people want to dedicate it specifically to Jumpman, then like just mention that in because I ain't trying to steal any of your chats.
Have you sent donations and tell you who you want it to go to? That'd be funny.
Fuck you. I don't want any of this money to go to you.
Yeah, screw Jumpman. Send it all to Adam.
144 final 800 incoming.
They might have to run again on Sunday, of course. It's so you'd think that, but they run rounds. They run rounds of 5Ks at World and Olympics. So
this is the pace they run in the rounds, though. Like 14-minute 5K, even honestly slower.
oh, is it really?
I mean, well, it varies, isn't it? But like, I mean, I'm pretty sure in the Olympics, yeah, in the Olympics there were like multiple falls because people were like getting yeah, I think 14 minutes was one of the heat times. That's where George Mills got involved with everyone.
Oh,
But to be honest, I guess
dude, look
it's not
how
like 40 minutes is a slow heat, but you know, this is pretty.
it's crazy to think that Grant indoors is running 60-second laps. In the for his world record.
Yeah, I mean, Grant's had an amazing like the last 6 months for him because he's just built off the momentum of the Olympics so well. Something interesting that happened there, like around the home straight, just when they were going to the next lap, was that they kind of looked. I think they seem to have made an agreement that they're gonna alternate the pacing a little bit, because two of them went out immediately and kind of looked at everyone else to overtake them. It's kind of weird.
Huh. I mean, I guess that's the joy of being able to run for like 30 minutes together or 40 minutes together in a slow race. You can just like basically coordinate.
I mean, like the East Africans are known for doing a lot of coordination.
Dude, that's awesome.
I've always said,
wow.
like in the 5K as well, I've always said that their best chance to beat Jakob is to, like, so the Ethiopians need to coordinate. We're trying to run the legs off of Jakob, and that's their best bet because they ain't beating him in a sit and kick.
Yo, thank you, Painter, for the is that Canadian $2, bro? That's like gold in my country. Thank you. Show me your dingo. And he's got the wrong country. I'm from New Zealand. Jesse Owens in the chat will not stop, bro.
Mate, there's so many people. We've had Usain Bolt, Jesse Owens, Aaron Brown.
They'll probably run faster in their warm down in this race. What do you think of that? Is that true, Adam? As the distance guy?
I wouldn't be surprised. This is like a threshold workout for them, if that. Ronald Quell, so 10:25 through 3,400 meters.
So when a race is run like this, what's the ending result? When do they start kicking? When does stuff start getting hectic?
It varies obviously a bit, but I think people get antsy around 800 meters, and then 600 I think is where people start panicking because it's like you need to position yourself so you're in the moment for the final lap.
Okay, and out of these runners, who do you think will be the most has the most advantage running like this?
Oh, it's so hard to say. I mean, because none of them is like. I mean, Quemoy is the person with the fastest 1500 PB, but he got that like 10 years ago. So, and since he's only run, like he's run 1500s every year, but I was looking at his World Athletics and he hasn't gone, like he hasn't gone around 330 for a couple years. I mean, Fisher's got good range as well. Like it's really hard to say. Even Cooper Tier. Like there's quite a few names, so I can't really give a definitive pick, unfortunately. Gonna cop out a little bit here.
I can be honest. I think Cooper Tier might have the advantage here in a race like this.
Yeah, it's interesting because the race is so slow. Yeah, you can see they're starting to wind up now. Starting to wind up
into it.
Because you're right. Like, if the race is because okay, let's say the race is like 13:10 or something like that. Like it's slow but not a walk. Someone like Tier might struggle a little bit because even though he's got a good kick, 13:10 will tire him out reasonably. Whereas that will feel like a jog for some of these guys, like Fisher. That's a jog for him.
Yeah.
But yeah, because it's so slow, I think it might come around to just who's got the fastest legs, like who's the quickest. You're right, Tier could be a good shout here.
I'm really interested to see what they do in the 3K if it'll be the exact same race.
Yeah. Because I suppose the difference is that they won't have a race after, like they're more likely to front run it because it's shorter. They won't have a race afterwards, and they've obviously got a bit of time off from this race. They're not running that hard.
Yeah, so they'll just be burning from the start, more so. Damn, you know what? This is also the first time I've seen this track in HD and close up, and I'm really starting to love the colors. A bit of sidetrack from the.
It's growing on you. It's growing on you.
Yeah, dude. Actually, I love it. Oh, they're really starting to. They're just slowly picking up.
Yeah, you can see it. People are getting antsy now. They're positioning themselves.
See, there's Tier. Tier knows he can do something.
Oh, is he giving it up? Yep, last lap. Oh yeah, Gebrewett's making his move. He's making his move. So Gebrewitt did this in the Olympic final. He went at 600 though, and he gassed out pretty hard. So one thing to look out for.
So this is the final lap. Grant's
Oh, it's,
Grant's buried in there, but oh no, he's found an opening out there.
but he's got it. He's looking tired. He's hurting.
No, he's making moves. Look at him
he's
go.
making up. He's making up.
Oh, yo, Fisher.
Oh, look at this. Is Fisher gonna make a late kick? Bekele getting left in the dust.
Was that Tia who got
Cooper
knocked at the
Tia
back?
coming around as well.
Wow, Tia got knocked down and then he's almost coming back around the bend. Oh man, it's 4 people
Yeah,
at the
see, look,
line.
Gebrewett's low now.
Yeah, give me who it's done.
Going down to the line.
Oh, grab it might be Tia.
Dylan Jacobs. No way, Jacobs. Oh!
Oh, Fisher's
Fisher's,
just too
Fisher's,
strong.
is that Fisher?
Yeah.
And the favourite wins with Cooper Tia coming second.
Oh,
Oof.
dude, what a pull from Tia.
What a
You know what? You got to.
You know what?
Slow race. but holy crap.
14:39. That was a good last 400, man. 49-second last lap.
That can't be right. 49 last lap.
According to Athletic Edits, which to be fair is probably wrong. 51. Let's see.
Yo, you're calling out Athletic Editors for lying, huh?
Hey, man, I'm not saying lying. Just 14:39 though. That is really slow. I wouldn't win that, but like I wouldn't be left in the dust completely. Hopefully.
You'd be there. And then, you know, our pick, Bekele, in second to last there. I think
Oof.
that was a
Only-
really slow race, and to not have any legs left, considering what he did last week, you know?
Yeah. Do you reckon I think he just burnt himself out then, isn't it?
Yeah. Right, that's 2-3 to chat. Chat, you get the Fisher pick.
Fair enough. Cooper Tia almost had that as well. Oh, you
He
know,
did.
Dylan Jacobs as well. Like, random challenger who I kind of just, you know... Okay, we've got Quincy also in the chat. Yeah, random challenger who I just sort of... Oh, you know, who is he?
Yeah. No, I get you. I mean, that's it. It was a slow race. It could have been anyone. Good to see Dylan Jacobs out
Yeah,
there
anyone's-
capitalizing. I mean, it ended up being a US sweep.
Huh?
That's all three
I-
US
I'm-
athletes.
Dylan Jacobs has a 7:30 PB set in Milrose, I believe. So, yeah, slept on him a little bit there.
You know, it's funny. That was the complete opposite from the women's 3K. The women's 3K was all the East Africans, and then
Yeah.
this was all the US up front. So, I mean, that's what I was saying, bro. It's like the game has changed for the men's, even though that was, you know, a slow race and whatever.
You mean it's the USA now?
Oh, just yeah. Not like it's just the USA dominating, but you know, the East African
yeah, or like as in
royalty has like
The East
dying
African
down the
dominance
line.
is less.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think as well. I mean, if you look at the Olympics, they were much more concentrated in 10K. Because Fisher, I think he got bronze in the 10K. It was silver, I think, yeah, it was bronze. But the 10K was pretty much all the East Africans apart from Fisher. But 5K, I think, yeah, you're right. I mean, it's time to.
I could have been in there with a lap to go.
Do you hear the commentator?
Yeah, yeah.
Shit, I could have been in there. That's awesome.
I mean, he's not wrong. I love that.
That's awesome, bro. That he swore on like the official stream. Like, that's so cool.
Do you reckon he's gonna get reprimanded for that? We just don't see him the next day.
Yeah, bro. He get fired and then he can come on here.
Hey.
I'm very anxious to see after this weekend if they will get invited back again after this great showing.
I might even go to like this is going to be a great lead into the
1,172 people watching. Oof.
How much you say?
1,180.
Damn, let's go. That's dope as.
Hey man, pulling in them numbers.
I mean, I think it's Grand Slam track. Obviously.
True. Nah, it's all us.
They're here for Adam. Adam.
Half of my subscribers are watching this stream right now. Isn't that crazy?
Hold up, I had this ready to pull up for when you make a good mythical pull, but you didn't actually because you haven't pulled us anything good so far.
Yeah.
But it's,
I mean, I'm not going to.
Subscribe to
My
Adam,
track record.
the Adam Jansen. He's the co-host here. He's been helping out. He did a lot of the research with me, especially for the distance stuff. He's been talking. Show him a little bit of love. Anyway, that's what I had up. Now we got the
According
next.
to Carl Lewis, I'm pretty mythical.
Carlos, Adam is quite mythical.
I am indeed.
All right, headed in the men's 100. Here's the big dogs.
Surprisingly, the discussion is almost as good as the videos. Good job.
Surprisingly, the discussion is almost as good as the videos. I mean, you know, it's got to come from somewhere.
I suppose maybe we can discuss this after the 100. I don't know if we'll have the time, but someone put an interesting proposition about the distance stuff, that they should make a time bonus so that it's not a jog. What do you think about that?
But then how would you... Then what about like the... would that go for every race? You know, if you run fast in the 100, you get a time bonus too. But then that would
Let's say just the distance stuff.
But then the distance guys would just be getting a bit of payout. And then it's unfair, you know, and our sport's all about equality or something. Not really, actually, because there's no field events.
Yeah. Well, they have, to be fair, they did announce an overall slam winner, but like, yeah, I suppose that would mess up the overall slam winner.
I reckon that you could do time bonuses for everything. But you know what, actually, I kind of like the set 100 grand, you know. When you got kids and teenagers who are now, you know, because this is huge, right? People be like, oh, you could go pro, you could run a Grand Slam track, you could earn 100K, you know, and now it's a viable option instead of being fast and going to the NFL.
Yeah, exactly.
All right, let's jump into the sprints here. You know, because
this is the sprint starting. See, look how, I mean, obviously the crowd has definitely picked up since the start, but it's still very empty for the sprints. I mean, obviously you haven't got the most Jamaican talent, but you still got Oblique Seville, for instance.
Yeah, you got
Oblique
Seville, King Blake. That's like, I mean, besides Thompson, that's your next two premium guys.
Yeah.
So,
I mean, I suppose, like, obviously you haven't got, like, Lyles and that sort of thing. But, like, yeah, I mean, they haven't done terribly with that.
Zarnell Hughes also has Jamaican roots. He was a schoolboy in Jamaica.
Isn't he? Is he based in Jamaica? I think, Zarnell Hughes.
I actually don't know where
I think he's been living there for a few weeks.
But he was...
At the very least.
He was training here as a youth. All right, we need to get some picks. So, like, this is really tough because I've never bet on Fred Curley in an early season race. How do you like?
I think you have to.
He always runs high.
He's
sorry,
sweets,
low
bro.
teens.
Like, come on.
Yeah, and that's funny. If any of no, I won't talk about it. I'm literally eating gummy bears, bro. I can't dog him for quitting sweets after 2023.
Yeah, but you're not an elite runner.
Okay, so the story behind Fred Curley, if you guys watch the Netflix sprint, in 2023 when he got knocked out at the semis, his coach, there was like, you know, behind the scenes footage of his coach saying, you need to quit sweets now, you know, and then Fred Curley was very like, oh, nah, man, come on, I'm like, oh, I don't want to do it. And that stuck with me, you know, that's so human.
He's like one of us.
Yeah, he's one of us. He's just a guy who wants to eat his sweets. But you know,
a lot of things in the chat about Will.
Yeah.
It's just just a lot of talk about him. So sorry, I interrupted you there.
I mean, it was God no, it was just the Fred Curley sweets.
Eye of the Tiger. What are you thinking? Who's gonna take this one?
Well, I think, okay, looking at this year, Akeem Blake has actually ran a 10:06. Oblique Seville has run a 12.5. Oh, I do gotta put in. Okay, I'll put in Curly because everyone loves him.
Yeah, Curly, Oblique. What's his name? Bednarek as well. Realistically,
I'll put in Blake as well. And Benarek. You know, Blake's got a big name up too. Yeah, I'll put in Benarek. Oh, we're sliding.
Okay, so that's all forward.
We're sliding Hughes a little bit. We're sliding Fanbalay. It's not like he's particularly.
Fanbalay, yeah. I mean, you know, with his start as well.
Actually, is Fanbalay even in the slider? He was a late.
I mean, he's a challenger.
I can't see him there. Courtney Lindsay, Terrence Jones.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think
oh no,
he was
all the way on the left. He's on the white.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're picking Seville, which I honestly think.
Yeah, I was gonna go with him.
You were going with him. Okay, so Fred Curley has run a 10:23 in Texas, and his Paris was crazy, like, you know, third in the 100. But he does tend to start hard. Zarnell Hughes has run 10:11 and 10:14, which are good times, but he lost to Akeem Blake. So I reckon we go for Akeem Blake. Benarek hasn't run this year.
Yeah, I don't want to bet with Hughes. I know he's a British guy, but, well, you know, technically. But I don't trust him.
Then there's also, there's Courtney Lindsay too, who opened a season beating Tobago last year with a 1971. and he tends to start his seasons well, and then not finish so strong. So he could. we've kind of dogged him too. This is a really tight field. A lot of these guys are very similar in their running. It's just about who's in form.
This is your domain, man.
No,
I ain't a sprinter for a reason.
Athletic Edit said at altitude though when he ran that 1971, but it was also into a negative 1.5 wind, which probably makes it like all around neutral. Hash Brown Doyle said Hughes ain't British, which is technically true.
Yeah, I mean,
He
he represents the UK. That's what I meant, right?
What I don't actually know much about this place, but Anguilla, the valley.
Angola.
No, wait, is that how it's said? Angola? It's not an O. It's
Angola, yeah. Yeah, unless, I mean, I'm talking about African country, yeah?
I'll put it in.
Right, who are we picking? Who are we picking?
We've got Blake.
We got Blake. Perfect.
Someone said men wearing makeup. Are they wearing makeup on the thing?
Oh,
That's
Anguilla.
awesome.
Okay, yeah, different. I thought we talked about Angola.
Curly right in the middle in 5. Seville in the orange in lane 6. Then Blake, his teammate next to him, and Fonley in lane 8.
Kung Fu Kenny 9.49.
So the fastest time this year out of this lineup is 10.06. So it'll be really interesting to see what they run here. I'll turn it up. Yeah, Fred Curly left. Benerick strong. Seville and Blake. Oh, Benerick and Hughes.
Good stuff.
10.07. So it was a little, that's a season opener time.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
So Benerick is a 200
Seville,
guy.
I mean, Seville got in second. That's not bad. The way I see it, yeah. No, Zano, he is third, to be fair.
Yeah, Hughes. That was a good showing from Hughes because Blake beat him last week.
I mean, it was very, very close, though, you can see.
I need to end the poll before people switch their choice. So that really shakes it up because out of all the guys who just ran, Benerick is the best 200 guy by far. Actually, in this whole field. So if he's won the 100, he's basically just secured himself 100k.
Yeah, and also, so there's a 100k bonus given to like the best, like overall slam, I think, like to the woman and men's athlete of the year. So like they see who's the most dominant. Yeah, like it was recently announced. They see who's the most dominant. I think it's across all 4 slams, and they give a bonus 100k. So obviously it was close, but the fact is that if he has a decent chance to go get maximum points, 24 points, so he could get 200k from this, and also a base salary as well that all the racers get.
Yeah, damn Benerick. I didn't see that coming for Benerick opener. He's a good 100 guy, but I always view him as the 200 guy who's a placer in the 100. People talking about Curly in the chat. See, no matter what Curly does,
I didn't want to read some of
him.
this stuff out.
I'm sorry, Seville. You know what? It's a bit early even for Seville. I mean, again, Seville was like consistently, technically the fastest guy last year with all the sub 10s. Actually, no, Thompson was, but Blake didn't get a good start. He was flying.
Minus 1.3.
Oh, negative 1.3.
Yeah.
That's actually really quick then.
Yeah.
For an opener.
All right, so that's the first Grand Slam track.
Yeah, that's it. That's awesome, dude. Invite some Aussies next year.
I'm glad we got good footage at the end.
Yeah, oh, dude, I can't believe we got to see the 100. We got some good footage. I need to shoot TRP and miss.
It would have been comical if they just had this angle for the 100.
I'm excited.
Mate,
I don't know.
Tomorrow is the 1500 meters. Oh.
Yeah, tomorrow, same time, we'll be here. I don't want to talk about stuff for a little bit. If you guys are hanging around, I don't really mind. I'm mainly just talking with Adam. But what is tomorrow, mate? You're telling me. I think.
Let me double check.
There's the.
So there's the 200. I think some of the events are wrapped up. So the women's and men's. So the men's short sprints, I believe, is wrapped up. and the women's long sprints is wrapped up.
Wrapped up. No, they still got. Oh, do you mean they're not doing it tomorrow? Like they're doing
Like
it
the
the third day.
No, the second event's happening tomorrow. I believe for the women's, unless our document is inaccurate, the women's 400 for the long sprints is happening. Let's see. Let me check the Grand Slam website because that's going to be a bit more accurate.
Yeah. Okay, I can tell them right now. I actually got this little document up. So tomorrow, the first event starting at 6:42 EST. So same time today is the men's short hurdles race, where they're running the one hurdle. So that's Danny Roberts, Cordell Tinch, Noah Holloway. Then there's the men's long sprint. So that'll be the 200 meter for Matthew Hudson-Smith and Samuel Conga, which I think is going to be almost hilarious. A lot of those 400 guys are not good at the 200. We're going to see like some 20.5s. If there's a negative win, bro, it could be like high 20s. It's going to be good. See, I think it's funny. People don't like the slow times, but I think it's really exciting and almost a bit comical. Oh, and we're done for today.
I think it's comical for like immediately, but like it's not. I don't think it's good long term, right? It's not a good look long term.
You reckon even seeing but we know them as the 400 guys. They're going to go out there run fast 400s anyway. So what if they run a slow 200 for some points?
Plus, I don't know.
Then you have the guy.
Ideal, at least.
Then you have the guys who break out.
I think the start of the season is good. Because I mean, if it's at the start of the season as well, you can write it off as like, oh, it's the season opener. Who cares?
Yeah.
But
I mean, I think looking long term, if Grand Slam becomes the thing, you're going to have 400, 200 guys that are running fast. I kid you not, Peacock did not disappoint.
Tony Garcia.
I mean, I have no doubt.
I
have no doubt.
Tony Garcia.
Someone said, did I miss 200? The women's 200 was at the start, but the men's 200 is tomorrow. I'm not sure how much of a brag is, but you do get more views in the stadium. That's funny.
I'm just excited for the men's 1500 tomorrow. I know I keep saying it.
Yeah, no, that'd be good. I think, before we wrap it up, Adam, who was your most surprising winner of tonight? I think there was one secure pick for who was the most surprising winner.
So most surprising, you're testing my knowledge off the top of my head of who won.
I'm amazed it doesn't stand out to you, just automatically. You can say anyone.
Hey,
it's
putting
opinion.
me under pressure.
It's opinion, bro.
Yeah, I know. I'm just trying to remember, like, who was it? Oh, mate, I'm lost now. I'm lost. What's the obvious pick you're telling me?
Nicky Hiltz, bro. Hiltz, CJ, Spiker. He was paying attention
Mary
in the
Moore
chat.
getting... Yeah, exactly. Mary Moore getting dropped as well.
Yeah.
Jess Hole as well. I mean, yeah, Nicky Hiltz that's surprising.
Hiltz's win was incredible. And the fact that she's a 15 gal, it's like, I think if we're looking at two names who have secured a really good chance to win the 100K, it would be
Kenny and Hiltz.
Yeah, Kenny and Hiltz. Like, they've done a phenomenal job. They've won their weaker races.
Because if Jess Hole does win if she does win the 1500, which, I mean, purely on her personal best, she is the fastest, then, she's going to have 18 points, which is going to be quite hard to beat by Hiltz.
Yeah.
But to be honest, Hiltz coming third in the 1500 is very doable for her.
Well,
I think as well, what's it called? In the 400, I know it's not a win. Oh, no, not the 400, the 200, I know it's not a win. Who came second again?
In the men's 400 or the what?
In the women's 200.
Oh, in the women's 200. Bro, I'd have to look. I remember races.
Right at the start.
Women's race.
Because it was Thomas first.
Oh, it was Paulino. Paulino's put
yeah.
herself in a really good spot as well.
That's what I was thinking as well. That's the person I was thinking of when I was thinking like upset, but obviously she didn't win.
Yeah. No, Paulino, that one extra spot, she won by 0.03. You know why we can't remember? Because we didn't see the bloody race.
That's a good point, Nat. we just saw a little bit of text come up.
Yeah, we didn't see the start of the race. I like these graphics at the end with the points, but Paulina's put herself in a good spot fighting for that second spot or the second place in the 200 and the 400 tomorrow. I do think the 400 girls will beat Gabby, even if she was so dominant in the 200 today.
Yeah, it's a different event, isn't it? Yeah, Fambula as well. Jumpman was telling me about Fambula and head start and all this stuff.
Yeah, the
Proved it.
Fambula. Yeah, how actually
Yeah,
I wasn't looking at him at the start of the race. Was it bad?
He was it was very bad, like very, very bad. I know there's one thing of like, oh, he got left at the start by a meter, but I think he was like 5 meters behind or so at one point in the race.
Yeah, no, it's
Like,
crazy. Did he close well? Or were you not watching?
I wasn't paying that much attention. By that point I think he closed okay, but he was last by a decent margin, I think.
Yeah. That's fun below though.
All right. So what's the final score for us versus the chat? I know they beat us, but was it by 1 point or 2 points?
It's 3-2 because no one guessed Benerick for that 100-meter. We guessed the two Jamaicans.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. So that's what we'll be going into
3-2,
today.
okay.
Tomorrow. Yeah.
What's to play for?
Chat wins for now, Richard. I see you in the chat, mate. Don't get too. Still got tomorrow and the day after. Oh, and now we're back, and that's it. The stream's over. Now we're back to this. That's awesome. That was clean,
Yeah,
bro.
that was really good, man.
We can get on. We'll get on at the 15 minutes before again tomorrow and chat some stuff.
Yeah. Set it all up. Can I ask you then? So, in terms of slam, the production quality, everything, what are your thoughts on the first day of Grand Slam track?
If it continued like how it started, it would have been absolutely atrocious. But it ended really strong. And I got to say, this was the streamer only view. Like if you're watching on Peacock again, you get all that analyst talk. You get an extra 30 minutes at the start and the end. You get the slow-mos. But for a YouTube stream, man,
yeah,
this turned out fantastic. All props. We talked a lot of crap because we're not professionals. But CSN and
the first half wasn't great, but like once it fixed up, it's a good level, You could see everything clearly.
Someone's talking about the crowd too, and I think they'll get more crowd on the weekend. It's a Friday afternoon.
Yeah, that's another thing people were saying, like, tired from last week, tired from long day at work. And but in fairness, they've got the men's 200 and 2 men's 200s, I think it is. Because I was going to say that in fairness, the sprints were done today, or at least the 100 meters was done today. So you would hope that there would be more people, given it's Jamaica, but we'll see.
They'll like the 200s, and then it's on a weekend too.
Livestream are just like Fambale, shit at the start, but great at the end.
Yup.
Love that.
People not here because they're watching the new Minecraft bum movie. I like that.
Nah, that's facts. I've heard it's like not god awful. It's just sort of
Yeah, well, I think that was always going to be the case. When does a movie actually end up being as bad as they are predicted to be?
Nah, because you see, like Snow White, for instance, is absolutely bombed. Although I suppose that's more.
Oh political. That's you say that's political because of the chick and how she's a horrid person.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it was good. We've got to give them time. And one thing I will say as well is that from my experience, like in the build up to Grand Slam track, they have been willing to listen to feedback. They've reformed the point system. Another criticism going into this was there aren't many Jamaican athletes, and a lot of the late replacements were Jamaican athletes, so that's something as well. So I think there's definitely potential here.
Yeah, no, they're doing it right. They're really doing it right. I'm really hyped for this, even if it, we were actually quite critical at the start with the camera angles. We were trying to play it cool, I guess, but of course something was like that was going to happen at the start.
Yeah, I suppose so.
Yeah. Should we wrap it up here in the stream? A lot of people tuning out, which fair enough. The races are over.
Yeah, but still, we got some good numbers. I mean, a lot of people watching. Really happy about that.
Yeah, that was really cool. Hopefully to see you all tomorrow. Whoever's sticking around, thank you for joining on the stream. Yeah. I mean, honestly, such a cool opportunity to be able to watch athletics live like this.
Yeah, and despite the rocky start, big up to the Grand Slam track folks for sorting this out because it did get really good.
Yeah. Right. And that's it. Get some sleep if it's late. Get up for the day if you're like me.
1:30 a.m. for the UK fans in the trenches.
See you next time. See you tomorrow. Same time. Bye bye.
Bye, guys.